Yo, salute everybody, man. Much respect, man. Y'all already know it's your boy Coach tapping in. I tell you every day, boy, that dirt is a blessing no matter what. Stop all that stress. I also tell you can't talk about yourself, don't talk about nobody else. Man, today, man, I'm just here to just talk a little football, half joke a little bit of football, and also, god dang on, talk to you and tell you, go dang on Browns, dog pound, woo woo. And I'm also gonna say roll damn tide, all in your face, all in your face. Man, I'm a happy football fan because both of my teams. Well, I'm not gonna jinx it. Man, one team is in the playoffs, and this other team is slowly becoming. Look, man, check this out. Let me tell you something. You got to be one of them dogs. You got to.
So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature now than I was 5 minutes ago. Cause I'm pissed off for great.
Yeah, we pissed off for greatness in Cleveland right now. It's the believing. Y'all see the dang on the profile picture, the thumbnail picture, all that good stuff. Salute with you, Delza. You already know what it is, cuz. What going on, man, Juice? I salute, appreciate you pulling up. I got my money on the Brown. Put your bet. Hey, man, we better goddamn gonna beat the motherfucking Jets tonight. Salute, Miss Renee. Appreciate you pulling up. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. What's happening, Van? You already know what it is, brother. Roll damn tide. Yeah, man. Like I say, man, I'm just up in here today, man, just talking football, talking sports. It don't have to be just football. And I'm also getting excited because I'm watching my Browns play tonight. It's not a you don't as a Cleveland Brown fan, especially if you're not in the state of Ohio, in the city of Cleveland, especially in that market, it's hard to watch my Browns play unless you just paying the extra $79.99, $112 per month to be watching that shit. See what I'm saying? And I love my Browns, but I ain't finna pay $100 extra to be watching the whole damn year. No. So when they come on TV, man, I'm always glued in. And today's game, man, against the Jets in Cleveland, Ohio, it's even more important and even more special for me because today, man, can actually solidify both of my teams being in the playoffs at the same time. Hey, man, listen, as an Alabama fan, I'm accustomed to going to the playoffs. We know the 4-man, and then next year it'll be the 12-man. Shit have to really go wrong for us not to go into the 12-man playoffs. Shit really go wrong, fucked up when we don't make the 4-team playoff. But man, the Browns ain't been in the playoffs in so long. It's been a long time. Now, when I was a little bitty boy, we used to go to the playoffs constantly, but we always had the fumble, the drive. It was always something that kept. That's why I can't stand the Denver Broncos. That's why I can't stand John Elway to this day. John Elway was the first Caucasian man to make me cry. Let me say that again. John Elway was the first Caucasian man to make me cry. That man broke my heart so many times when I was a little bitty boy, being a Cleveland Brown fan. So that way you can see why I just can't stand the Broncos in any and everything John Elway got. Salute to him, Hall of Fame career, Super Bowl champion, all that good shit. But F him. That's just it is what it is. Hey man, the link is at the top of the chat. Is pinned just in case anybody want to come up and just have a good conversation about sports. And like I said, it doesn't have to be about the Cleveland Browns. It don't have to be about the first Caucasian man that made me cry was Mike Duke. Say, man, that's what I'm saying, man. That John Elway was the first Caucasian man that made me just boo-hoo, just like, oh. But right now, man, so, we're in the first quarter, 11 minutes left in the game, man. The Browns just scored, so we up 7-0. Man, and as long as our defense play great, we should win. If we lose this fucking game, we don't even deserve to clinch a playoff spot tonight because of the fucking Jets and they sorry ass shit that they got going on. But hey, man, we get the ball first, man. Drove down the field, man. Score first. Good signs of it's finna crank. Now, one thing about the Browns this year, man, the Browns, even with all the injuries, we haven't had our starting quarterback and our starting running back the whole damn season. Majority of our offensive line has been banged up. Defense has been banged up all year. And to still come out with as a 10-5 record right now, you got to say this is an awesome job for Coach Kevin Stefanski this year. I've been real critical on that fuck her head this whole damn year because he can do some stupid shit. Hey, if it wasn't for him, we probably would have him. We'd probably be 12-3 around this motherfucker instead of goddamn 10-5. Just being honestly. But anyway, with this team, man, and what we've been going through this year, man, what we've been going through these last couple of years with the Deshaun Watson signing and trade and all this and all that, man, just to have the franchise has been pits. I'm just being honest. We've been shit pits for last goddamn couple years. So for us to be in the playoff hunt and doing this, turn your head around. What the fuck, man? This is something I don't understand with these goddamn DBs, man. Y'all do know, man, all I gotta do is just get your fucking head around. If you turn your fucking head, offsides defense. So it's even more that damn decline the penalty, first down Jets. But listen, man, these damn DBs, all they gotta do is goddamn go get their damn head around. I guess they forget about playing the damn hands. See what I'm saying? Once they playing it, when they all you gotta do is play the hands, get your hand up and turn your head around. Even if you make incidental contact, they won't throw the flag on your dumb ass because you playing the ball. But man, I don't know why these damn DBs nowadays don't turn their fucking heads. Maybe somebody got dang on to hear this one day and be like, well, you know what? This is why they don't turn that shit. Damn, get this motherfucker bright. Come on. And we probably have one of the best defenses in the fucking damn NFL. And look, you got dang on 20 hard, just bust our way after about a good 20-yard run around this damn this shit here. But anyway, I'm gonna be cussing and fussing, like I said again, while I'm on here for right now, for these damn sorry ass Browns. And yeah, we're gonna be the sorry ass Browns in the State by the Lake until we win a Super Bowl. Now that's something I hope and pray in my lifetime that we can get we ain't even gotta get a Super Bowl win. Just make it to the Super Bowl. Man, we can get to the AFC Championship game in the next 5-6 years before I turn 75 years old or some shit like that. I'd be happy as hell. Good flow to the ball. Ooh, good cutback, 20. Shit, good cutback, Hall. And that was a good ass cutback. They flow, defense flowed to it, and they made a good put his foot in the ground, made a good comeback. Man, but with the Jets, I wonder, like, what's wrong with the Jets? And everybody be like, oh, it's the quarterback play. I don't really think it is. I think the Jets need to move out of the state of the city, out of the city of New York, out of the state of New York, all that shit. They need to go back to East Rutherford, New Jersey. It seemed like they were better when they was in New Jersey and just claimed the dang on state of New York. Because them people ain't been that good since they really, really officially been the New York team. When they was over there in New Jersey, they was a little better. I can't talk because hell, you gotta look at the Baltimore Ravens. When they was the Cleveland Brown organization, look what they had to do. As soon as he got dang on Almordale left and went to got dang on Baltimore, they started winning championships. Look at that team now. So I can't talk. But still, hey man. But like I say, man, it's just as a Cleveland Brown fan, y'all just don't understand the pain and the suffering I'd have been through. Man, we went over. Like, it's only one other team that can say they went over, and that's Detroit. Oh, speaking about Detroit, if you're a real football fan, can you believe that, damn, they finna score a fucking touchdown? That's with ease. Shit, come on, Browns. The fuck, man? Come on, we can't do this tonight. No, not on my son's birthday. Hey, man, give my son a good birthday present, and let's win the game for his ugly ass. But look, man, my thing is, man, but Detroit, I can't really recall. Like they said it was 1993 or some shit like that. That the last time the Browns and the Detroit Lions has been good in the same season. In 93, I was 12 years old. So what happened with the Browns? Salute, brother. You already know what it is. So man, being 12 years old, I wasn't a fanatic as I am now. You see what I'm saying? So me being a fanatic like I am now. Like in 93, I think I just cared about them because of Barry Sanders. I ain't really give a shit if they won or not. I was just looking at Barry Sanders running the ball. That was it. It really wasn't no full stats and full this and full that like I am now. And like I said, I think it was 19. Somebody can quote me if I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? Comment section, halfway, doesn't matter. But I think it was 1993 that the last time the Browns and the Lions, the Detroit Lions, has been good and winning in the same season. That is crazy. It's like, man, you got people that's 20 years old that ain't never seen both of them franchise. You have, like my son is 13 years old. They ain't never seen the Browns be good. They It's sad. Now he know what Alabama being a winner is. He know college football. Daddy be happy on Saturdays. I'm talking about he know daddy be turned up on Saturday, but come Sundays he be like, damn, but my daddy be depressed. That's why my daddy watch Red Zone on Sundays. He don't never watch a full game because he don't like NFL too tough because his team is always sucking. So for this year, man, like I was back to with all the rambling. This year with how the Browns has been playing and with all the adversities that's been going on in Cleveland, Ohio, with the team, for them to come out and be a 10-5 record, man, you got to give it up to the players. You got to give it up to the coaches. I salute the fan base. That's one thing about our fan base. Now, we're some strong, diehard, dang on fans. Like, seriously. It's a lot of fan bases that, I know that they true diehard. But one thing about the Dawg Pound, we've been suffering for so long and been sucking for so long and things like that, to where I got to just salute to us, because you got to be a real fan to say you a Browns fan. Let me say that again. You have to be a real fan of that damn team to even publicly say that you're a Browns fan. And especially after what we had with Hugh Jackson and that sorry fucker being our coach. And that's going 0 for 17 and 1 for 16 in the year after that. See what I'm saying? We won 1 in 2 years. What we got going on now, man, I salute to the fans that was fans back then like myself. Like I said, we've been going through a lot of tragedy. See, man, you don't know nothing about a sorry-ass franchise because you're a Baltimore Ravens fan. Baltimore Ravens has been good since they moved from Cleveland. Let me say that again. Them people been good since they moved from Cleveland. When they up their own little dang on franchise with the Baltimore Ravens, championships, MVPs, defensive MVPs, Hall of Famers, all types of shit. Well, the Browns has been stuck in neutral. We ain't even been stuck in neutral. We've been on reverse. Now we in neutral right now. Hopefully we got gonna get to being in dry. This year we have been looking like a dang on football team. Now I can't say, okay, the Jets has had Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, and Trevor Siemian as they quarterbacks this year. Okay, we look at the Browns. We had Deshaun Watson, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, P.J. Walker, and Joe Flacco as our starting quarterbacks. So we both have had 4 damn starting quarterbacks. But look at our team. We won 10, and they've won with how many? 6. Both defenses are great. So it's just like, wow, what's going on here? And that's one thing as the Browns. We look forward to a rotating, revolving door. This oh my God, he almost threw a goddamn interception. Bro, that's one thing fucking Flacco would do. You throw a fucking in. He just threw it to this motherfucker, man. What the fuck, Flacco, man? All right. You bullshit. I'm talking about he threw it to this motherfucker. 22. That's why y'all ain't play DB. Yeah, can't catch a call out that motherfucker. Quentin Williams, roll damn tide. Dang, look at that pressure he put on 55. Roll tide. Now, that one thing Ozzie Newsome set us up for the long term. Give my vote as the greatest GM of all time. Of all time? Of all time? Woo. He did yeah. I see what you're saying. Cause he set y'all up with Lamar. Shit. Hell, he set y'all up with Lamar. Hell, he was the reason why y'all drafted a whole bunch of all them Hall of Famers. I can't say that, but damn, of all time. Damn. That is yeah, it's just his role. You might can't say that, man. Just as one person, and look at what he did to the organization and what he set the organization up, and they still paying dividends. Lamar Jackson, he drafted him when nobody else wanted to draft. See, I understand that? Yeah, I can see that. I can't see that. Now, let me ask you this. Belichick as a GM, even though Belichick is sucking as a GM right now, but Belichick as a GM or Ozzie? Because Belichick was a GM basically of, what they had going on when it comes to the Patriots. So we look at that. Jerome Ford, man. Now, that's one thing about the Browns. We're going to run the fuck out the ball. And I love that shit. We gonna you know what the hell we gonna do. We gonna run the ball and we gonna play physical smash mouth football and run off that goddamn Flacco, man. What the man? This motherfucker, man. This motherfucker slipping and damn drop the ball. Oh yeah, come on. He got some jitters. Cause see, I think it was because that man just slipped, boom, and dropped the ball. I'm glad he was right there to pick that bitch up. Shit. It's too much pressure. Is that's what it is? Is the pressure? Are we busting pipes tonight because of clinch and win? We clinch and we in. And see, we really need to go ahead and do what we need to do and keep this 5th seed while they bullshit. Because if we get that 5th seed, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars in the first round. And this team has already beat the Jaguars, and they're capable of beating the Jaguars in the playoffs. That's a better matchup for us. I don't want to go on the road and play against a Kansas City in the first round. I'm just being honest. I don't want to go on the road and play against a Miami in the first round. I'm just being honest. Baltimore had the top seed locked up, so Belichick as a GM to me got lucky with Brady. Hey, well, shit, y'all got lucky with come on. Let's go, Njoku. Let's go, Njoku. Let's go, Njoku. Come on, Njoku. Run your big ass. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Njoku. One of the best tight ends in the NFL. Underrated. Yes, sir. Now, let me say this. Now, an argument could be made for him drafting guys who buy in. Talking about with Belichick. Okay, when you say he got lucky with Brady, what's happening with the Hills? Salute, brother. You already know roll down tide. Okay, when you say he got lucky with Brady, just think about it like this though, man. Y'all got lucky with Ray Lewis. Shit. Yeah, y'all hit a home run, got lucky with goddamn go. Come on, get in there, bitch. Get in there. That's what I'm talking about, huh? Yes, sir. Push up time. Let's go. Dog pound. Hell yeah. Come on, baby. Now, we got that go running up and down the field because that's 2 drives and 2 scores. 2 drives and 2 touchdowns. Hey, man, one thing about it, even though we don't even have our first round draft pick this year, I'm glad that first round draft pick and a top 5 draft pick, a top 10. That's one thing the Browns is used to doing around this motherfucker. We are used to picking in the top 5, top 10. Just like my Cavaliers. It is so good. Oh, my God. If my Cavs, my Browns, and like I said, Alabama's in the playoff. Oh, man, this would be a great sports calendar year for your boy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, he dunked it. This fucker missed the goddamn oh, he ain't the regular kicker anyway. Our regular kicker hurt. But this motherfucker, I don't care. You get that's something on us. Hey, Peter, salute. Big sis, salute. Roll damn time. Nah, people who knew Ray was a dog. He went in the first round, Brady went the 6th. I understand, but still. Look at all the GMs. Okay, you got to be a real deal GM to get them GMs like a Brady. Get them GMs like a Edelman. See what I'm saying? Get them gyms like what was that other dude? Can't think of the other guy name, man. Come out of fucking nowhere. That was catching passes from Brady ass in the slot. Wells Walker and all them motherfuckers. See what I'm saying? You got to be a good evaluator but I still can't take nothing away from that Ozzie Newsome, what you said about Ozzie. We're putting together a team. I can understand that. I'm you know me, I'm a hater when it comes to that because I just wish he'd have did that for the Browns and with your ass being the former Browns organization and they out here winning Super Bowls and getting MVPs and winning playoff games and shit like that, and I can't even get to the playoffs. You know, y'all didn't have to go through a no-win regular season. Y'all didn't have to go through a 1-win regular season in Baltimore franchise history with the Ravens. See, I've had to go through that since y'all been the Ravens. Since y'all have left us in Cleveland. Y'all know when y'all left us, we didn't even have a team. We went a couple years with no team. Then we get a team back, and they don't win a game. Like, how the fuck do you don't win a game in the NFL? You go the whole fucking year. Then you turn around and go the next year, and you only win one of them motherfuckers. And it wasn't like we started off and won the first game of the season. No. But we was like 0-9, 0-10 before we had one. We had lost like 20 damn games in a row type shit before we damn won a game. It hurts more with Ozzie being the great. Yes, see, that's where it hurt. That shit hurt because Ozzie being a Bama guy, then being one of the best Browns players in the history of the organization, and then you got Baltimore looking like that. So yes, it does hurt. It hurts badly. It hurts. But I understand that, Art gave him a job. Art was the guy who believed in him, not once but twice, as a player and as a GM. So I can understand his loyalty to Art Modell. I can really understand that. I wish we had more people that was loyal to their teams, to their families, to all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we missing in this country, we missing in this world, is the loyalty aspect of it. If a lot of people were more loyal to things, then I think a lot of stuff would run smoothly in the world today. But with everybody being loyal to themselves and loyal to their green, and what I mean by green is that money and shit like that. Oh, he lost the ball. Get the ball. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do we got it back again? Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Double pound, baby. Hell yeah. We finna got there go clinch tonight, baby. That's go. Bill O'Brien would have made Lamar Jackson a wide receiver. Oh man. Oh man. Fuck a Bill O'Brien. And you know what? That's why I've been in love with let me clarify that. I don't give a shit. Like, I love you, Van. I've been in love with damn Jalen Miro since last year, the Texas A&M game, because that's why I was so animate about the young man being our starting quarterback, about the young man having great talent, because last year when he came in and under those circumstances beat Texas A&M, I knew the kid was special. Man, speaking about Bill O'Brien, Bill O'Brien is the reason why Deshaun Jackson is the way he looks now. Bill O'Brien is the way why Mac Jones looks the way he looks now. It is a blessing. It is a great thing that Bill O'Brien does not have his hands on goddamn on Jalen Miro. Oh my God. If he had his hands on Jalen Miro would be the laughing stock of college football right now. And I say that because if you look at Bill O'Brien, man, everybody talk about that run that he had at Penn State, PU. Yeah, he might have had a run at PU State, and I call him PU State. I call him PU because they pissy ass, poor ass, bullshit state. If you look at that run that he had, now quote me if I'm wrong, didn't he have Saquon Barkley? You know what I'm saying? And with Saquon Barkley and things like that, you know what I'm saying? He kind of you look a little differently. I say that much. Then on top of that, what did he win? He won like 8-9 games, and I understand. I think the hype came from really to throw a fucking interception. Thank you. I think the hype really came from him because when he took over the program, they were coming off the scandal with the coach touching on people's and all this and all that, and Coach Pye not saying nothing. And with them getting stripped bowl sanctions and scholarships and all this and all that, he came in, he kind of kept the ship going. They had talent. So it wasn't like he was coming with a bass clip like there was a death penalty or some shit. Damn. He got damn good tackle, Quinn Williams. Roll damn tide. But it wasn't like he had a bad clipboard. So he got his hype because he kept Penn State above the water. He went to Houston. Get the Houston job with Deshaun Watson, man. Deshaun Watson was the motherfucker down there. It wasn't Bill O'Brien. Deshaun Watson, man, his skill set kept a lot of plays alive and kept things going on and made Bill O'Brien look better than what he is. But you saw with him as a personnel decision maker and this and that, you saw what the fuck happened, man. Bill O'Brien was the Tom Brady effect. I think that's what it is. See what I'm saying? With Williams a beast, we need him in that red. No. We need him in that orange and brown. Orange, brown, and right. We don't need him. Y'all got enough of that shit. Y'all don't need no more adding to it. Goddamn. Let us get something in Cleveland. Shit. But no. He went to a situation where Brady, it was Bradyfied. Just like how you were speaking about Belichick and Brady. Just look at it like that with O'Brien. Look at that with Josh McDaniels. See what I'm saying? They're the same way. That Tom Brady got them guys jobs that they didn't deserve, got them guys jobs and positions that they shouldn't have been in, and it shows. And it's the funniest thing is, look at Alabama offense this year compared to last year and the year before that. Look at the offense and what I mean by the chemistry. I mean, y'all can't have him and Miles together. Hey man, but we ain't got no quarterback for real. So you gotta look at that our deficiencies on offense. At least y'all got a good ass offense and a good ass defense. We don't have no offense, so at least let's have a dominant defense. Shit, let's have something, right? But no, but if you look at it, like I say, man, Bill O'Brien, Tom Brady made Bill O'Brien in the show. Tom Brady made Bill Belichick shit in the show. Tom Brady made goddamn on Josh McDaniels in the show. All them guys. He made all them people in it shows. Go back to what I was saying. If you look at the chemistry of the team, look at Jermaine Burton and look how happy he is compared to last year. That's look at the receivers that was on the team last year. Only receiver that really don't seem really happy and he transferred away was Brooks. But every receiver that contributed last year's team that's on this year's team that contributed this year, all of them were more happy. And so I just look at things like that. What you mean? Y'all got Waka Flacco. Hey man, that motherfucker, but he 38 years old though, man. He ain't nothing but a 5, 10, 6 game runner player. He won't. God, that's Tillman. Yeah, but Tillman a rookie though, man. You got to understand that. He don't understand that one, Flacco. Flacco, you old enough to be that man daddy. Now, why the fuck we went for it on 4th down when we should have took the points? That's that analytics shit. See, when that's that bullshit, this is one thing I hate about fucking football nowadays. Goddamn analytics shit. One thing about it, I wouldn't have went for it on fucking 4th down and 5 in the first quarter, and I'm up 13-7. No. I would have kicked the fucking points and been up 16-7 with damn 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And with their offense struggling and my defense, man, you put too much on the damn defense. Oh, Burton Ernie, look at. But like I say, man, come on, get to him. Come on, man. Fuck. Man, Myles Garrett, I don't know if he trying too hard to get a sack. It's been like, what, 3-4 games since Myles Garrett didn't have a sack, too. And he's so goddamn close. Steady so close. God damn, it's the second time he done had 2 goddamn on. Damn. Now, where was the fucking D tackle there? Because he rushed your ass right to the man. That's one thing I can say. Appreciate you, Texas, the University of Texas and in the state of Texas. All that good shit. Pick. Thank you. Let's get 6 off of it. Let's get 6. Come on, you better get 6. 6. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, then. Pick 6. Yeah, buddy. Hey, man, the Browns might be a scary ass team come playoffs. Ooh. Ooh. And then he ain't even our starting safety. That's another player that's gone. Grant Delpit. LSU safety that won a national championship. Congratulations to that young man because he actually graduated college this summer too. Grant Delpit, he's hurt. Man, we got so many goddamn players that's hurt. And for us to still be like this, that's what I'm talking about, Browns. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go, Dawg Pound. I'm starting to hate a lot about football anymore. Real talk. We let stat nerds, analysts, weirdos, and celebrities become more the focus of the damn game. I totally agree with that. Especially like with football, man. Reality TV has fucked over football, and I'm gonna explain myself the reason why. And I'm gonna say why reality TV has fucked over football. Reality TV has fucked over football because everything that was sacred in the locker room and things like that ain't no more. Once you start letting in ESPN, Prime Network, this people, that people, HBO, I don't give a fuck. I understand that the Hard Knocks is a good ass show. I understand that. It's a nice show. But what I mean by it is some things is supposed to be sacred. The locker room, inside that locker room, is sacred. What goes on in the locker room is supposed to stay in the locker room. But when you start having so many people, doing that stuff like that, it just takes away. Fantasy football is killing the game too. Yes, and see, not because everybody is with the you forget, people stop being fans of teams because of fantasy football. Only time people are really diehard fans of teams like that is because they real diehard fans. See what I'm saying? The casual motherfuckers is watching Red Zone and watching fantasy football because of the gambling aspect or that aspect, the Madden aspect of it too. And it's a lot of Madden heads too. See what I'm saying? But the Madden aspect of I call it the 2K aspect of you trade everybody and put everybody on one team and all that shit. You see what I'm saying? But you forget about the real X's and O's and the real passion and the compassion and the love of the game when you brings into that. The analytics side of it, that shit be pissing me off too. Like, keep that analytics shit with baseball. Fuck, man, that shit, damn, man. You ain't got to. If I go for it on second down every time, if I go for 2-point conversion every time, then I'm going to win the game. Why? If you barely got in that motherfucking end zone, you keep going for 2-pointers. You keep leaving the dang on defense. Opposing team with 2 points on the board. So you still keeping your dumb ass self down. Kick the damn extra point, at least, and if you're down by 1 or something like that, hey, if you drive and kick a field goal or something, they just things like that pisses me off. Excuse me. Because everybody thinks a guy that gets fantasy points is a good player, and it's not always the case. The QB that puts up stats don't mean they made the play to win the career. And see, that's why I'm saying, like, and I agree with you. Like, they look at fantasy points, they like, ooh, this guy put up 300 points and 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. But they lost by 21 points. So he might have had a very good individual day. Like the wide receiver might have got caught 10 passes for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. Great. But they took the L's for empty fucking stats. One thing about it too, with it being a kids game that people are making millions and billions of dollars off of it, it has killed the fun of it too. Because now everything is business. Everything is business. And that's what fucks it up too, because we can go back to the sports that we love. The football that we love, man, with college. Look how college in the NIL deal and the quote unquote free agency, look how that has started to take some of the sting off of it. Because now, honestly, it's like, man, you kind of gotta wait to after spring ball to understand who on your team. See what I'm saying? Because hell, you might go in 1 week and the kid might gonna hit the portal on your ass. It's gonna be some shit. And then I saw the shit where the damn they're gonna let it be unlimited. Damn, you can transfer another time without sitting out. Oh, fuck that shit. Now you finna really have some stupid shit going on. Now you're gonna have a kid at Bama for his freshman year. He played decent at Bama. He'll go to goddamn on Georgia for his second year, play decent at Georgia. Then he go to Texas for his third year, play decent at Texas for his third year. Then he transferred to goddamn Oregon for his fourth year. Or some shit like that. He getting red shirts and he getting waivers and he getting all this and all that and everything during the whole time, because they're not making these boys sit. They just let them just transfer for whatever, for any reason. See what I'm saying? And it's killing that shit. That shit gonna kill the game, man. Like, I honestly hate that shit. And if I was a coach, I'd be like, I would hate to be a recruiter nowadays. It's not even recruiting. It's retention. It's like you got to be being a good recruiter. You need to be a good retention guy. And if you can be a good retention guy and keep your motherfucking team together, then that might pay more dividends than than being a good ass recruiter and just getting the kids to your damn program. I'm just saying, shit, damn, why I open. Why the fuck the middle of the fucking field? That's one thing I hate about fucking football too. Man, it's like every fucking team, the middle of the damn field be wide open all the damn time. It's just shit. Yes. Meanwhile, had he stayed at one school, that good player would have developed into a great or elite one. These kids don't understand that the coaches don't give a fuck as long as they come in. Yeah, right, shit. Hey, and then okay, now let me ask you this: how can we say a kid is being developed nowadays? That's the hard thing too, because okay, now let's double-edged sword it with coaches leaving every 2-3 years, going to different programs and destroying the whole staffs with them. Also, what's the it's stuck. Oh no, that's touchback. Damn, that was almost a good ass fucking kick too. Shit, that was a stupid ass decision for my fucking punt returner, bruh. Damn, he got blessed. That ball bounced at the right. Woo! It hit the white. It hit the white. And then when 42 was coming down, his foot was on the white. Woo, shit. Man. Hey, the ball is bouncing our way tonight, it seems. Let us go up 28 to motherfucking 7. So we can be real comfortable right here. Man, I'm starting to see some people starting to kind of look and tend towards Washington a little bit too. I've seen some people change their eyes and starting to look a little differently when it comes to Washington in that Texas game. Or they starting to see something I see. And man, let me say this about our team while it's on commercial break. You know, because this ain't really just about the Browns. I just came on live because the Browns was damn was on TV tonight, and I just wanted to talk about them and have fun and watch the shit anyway. Ain't shit else on TV. I can't wait till the holiday season is over with. Hey, well, there's one thing I can't stand about the holiday season. All the good shows don't come on. And, you know, with the damn writer strike, and we couldn't get no damn good-ass damn TV shows the whole fucking first half of the damn year. You know, I love the Dick Wolf shows, you know, the Chicago shows, you know what I'm saying, the Law and Order shows. I am a very big shout out to Dick Wolf. But all your Chicago PD, oh yeah, hell yeah, Law and Order, SVU. Oh yeah. Those are my shows. You see what I'm saying? And they haven't been out, so I'm so tired of watching reruns of them motherfuckers. So please, hurry up, come February, so we can get the Law and Orders and we can get all my Dick Wolf shows back on. I don't give a fuck. I watch Chicago Med right about now. Shit. And that's one of the worst shows. Hell, I watch Law and Order, Organized Crime, and I really don't like that show too tough. They need to Stabler need to go back to SVU. He don't need to have his own show. They need to put Stabler as and fuck being Benson partner. He needed to have been like the commissioner or something. He needed to have been back on that show. They just didn't need to have them split up like that and have that. It just don't make sense. But hey, it is what it is. I don't watch TV. I'm too weird. I watch sports or play Madden. Hey, what you got? Do you have a Xbox or a PlayStation, man? Cause I got an Xbox. You know, I ain't the greatest on Madden, but I sure play that shit like the motherfucker. Man. But see, I only watch a couple shows. I don't watch a whole bunch of TV. And when I do watch a lot of shows, and my wife talks to me, she be janking my ass all the time. She say, "You always watching them old movies and old TV shows." Oh, you're a PlayStation guy. And that's the only thing I don't like about you. You're a PlayStation guy. Oh, man, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. It's okay. I understand. You know, we all can't have Xbox, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I was damn near going to buy me a damn PlayStation one time because we ain't had no baseball on damn Xbox. But then when we bought baseball on Xbox, I said, I'm good to go. I don't have to buy no PlayStation just for 1 or 2 games. Oh shit. But man, back to it, man. That shit. It's wild. This football season been wild too. This has been a crazy ass football season all around, from the good to the bad to the indifferent of it. One thing I'm glad we ain't really had a lot of just stupid shit that did happen, you know, like the last couple years. You know, the last couple years has always been something stupid. I'm talking about like real just stupid that happened during the season. This year I can't really say that the NFL didn't have no real deal stupid shit to where, you know, it's been more about the football instead of off the field this year. And that's a good thing. I'm very, very pleased and very happy with that right there. You know. So I can't say NCAA comes back soon. I'm hearing cross-platform play. Oh yes. Oh man, I'm hearing the same thing too. I'm hearing the exact same thing. And man, now that was it when NCAA 25 come out. Yeah, because that'd be 25. No, I think it's gonna be 25. Because no, it should be 24. No, it'd be 25. It'd be 25 because the number would be 25. When NCAA 25 come out, I probably never buy Madden again. Only reason why I've been playing Madden for the last 5, 6, 10 years is because they ain't had no college football game. Van, let me tell you something crazy. Up until 2 years ago, I still had an Xbox. I still had a Xbox, and I still had NCAA baseball. Oh, the Joku. Fuck. You trying to do some stupid shit, Njoku. You big motherfucker, you. All you had to do was just goddamn fucking control the ball, man, and just get your tough yards. But you try to do all that stupid shit. And then look how he holding the ball like a loaf of bread. He ain't even, man, yeah, you deserve to get that shit punched out, man. You stupid motherfucker, you. Who hit it at? Was that Mosley that hit that motherfucker out? Yeah, good shit, CJ. That damn good shit, CJ. Roll damn Tide, Mobile, 251, Bama boys. Yeah, yeah. And he got the man. Good shit, CJ. I root for you, but shit, I don't buy Madden anymore. Right, and so I'm gonna tell you, man, how I play Madden. I buy Madden every other year. It's like even when I was buying when NCAA was out, I was buying NCAA every year. I didn't care who was on the cover. I didn't give a fuck about the damn. I knew the game wasn't changed too tough. I didn't care. I was buying that shit every fucking year. What I do with Madden up still to this day and 2K is I buy every other year. Like right now, I'm not lying. I'm just being honest. I have 2K23 and Madden 23, and all I do is upload the rosters. You ain't getting no change in them. Only thing you might get a change is what? The jerseys. Now, what I do is I buy it on the odd years. I don't buy that's what I basically do. I buy it on the odd years. I don't buy it on the even years. Get your head around. Man, 23 got to get fucking Emerson got to get his goddamn head around, bruh. Why these fucking, if he would get his fucking head around, man, this dude Trevor Siemian up there throwing duck balls. Shit, Gary Wilson out there governing on your dumb ass. He just barely dropped that. Look, play the fucking. Oh shit! I guess that I don't man. When I was taught play the receiver hands. When the receiver hands went up, put your hand in the middle and get your head around. They don't do that shit no more. 2K football, 2K5 football was the greatest pro football game. Well, yeah. It's probably one of them. I can't say that. I probably can say that. What the hell I just do? Hold on. There you go. I'm coming. I'm a little slow out here. I'm a little intoxicated on my weed, so please don't mind me, y'all. And then when it comes to certain things on this thing, I'm a little slow when it comes to it. What's going on, man? You all right?
What's happening, Coach?
Do I have? Yeah, what's going on, brother? Roll damn Tide.
Roll damn Tide, man.
Yeah, man, I ain't doing nothing but sitting here watching this fucking football game, man. The damn Brown fumbling the motherfucking ball. That was bullshit.
Oh, it's like Ernest Bonner's back.
That man's name that's cursing. You just cursed me. What you just said? You just cursed me out.
That happened before I was born, man. So,
hey, man, like usually that's why I don't like John Elway, man. I'm telling you, man, I don't like John Elway because of what he did to my Browns.
Straight up, though. Madden and Summerall was the greatest pro football commentary crew of all time, though.
Right. Yeah. 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 Them and then
Especially Summerall. Summerall don't get the credit he deserves. Madden, he could get a little basic on you sometimes, be explaining shit you already know. But Summerall, man, he was great.
yeah. Okay, now and then okay, that's the NFL. Who's the best for college?
Ooh, I like Keith Jackson, man.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Down,
Okay. And what
out.
about highlights? Chris Berman. Chris Berman the best. Is Chris Berman the best football for a highlight man?
Oh, dude, Chris Berman. I used to wake up every Sunday before the games would start and watch his little show on ESPN, and he'd always come up with people's nicknames and shit, and I loved it.
And especially
Remember
like doing baseball team. I mean baseball team.
Remember Jake Delhomme? It was Jake Daylight Coming. You got a Delhomme. I mean, he had all kinds of stupid names for people, man.
back, gone. Yeah, he was.
It's like when
And then,
Dave Patrick and Keith Olbermann were together on ESPN. Dude, I used to watch that shit religiously.
what about oh man, I'm looking at his name now, man. NBC. Oh man, I'm looking at his face. I can't. He used to be on NBC. Oh man, can't think of his name.
Al Michaels?
Al Michaels, yeah. Al
Oh,
and
legendary.
yeah, okay. So but now I'm surprised when you say Eli Gold.
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't have like a radio in the house no more. The boombox days are gone, unfortunately.
Right.
But yeah, man, if I had a radio in the house, I would never listen to the fucking TV.
Hey man, let me tell you something, man. I got a couple years ago. That's how I listened to the game more than I watched the game a couple years ago because of football season for myself. And we were always seeing like we damn near played every fucking time. So that's how I got through that football season was Eli Gold.
Shit, I get it.
So hey man, and then I got through
Saturdays, man. I grew up on a farm. So I used to have to work on Saturdays, and that's how me and my dad would listen to most of them. Of course, this is back when Alabama wasn't that good anyways. I mean, if we beat Southern Miss, we was popping bottles,
Right. People forget about them days. People forget about
another channel tell me he was an Ole Miss fan. He was like, y'all don't know what struggle is as an Alabama fan. I was like, look, dude. I was like, the Mike Dubose transition from Gene Stallings and then going further, Mike Price, who got a credit card and went to the titty bar, never even made it to the field, and then Francione, and then I was like, yeah, we do know too. don't get
just imagine if Rich Rod would have came to us. What you think would have happened? Well, just imagine if Rich Rod would have came to us. What you think would have happened?
I'll be honest with you, man. His offense would have been fun. I've always been a fan of what he does with teams. I like what he did at West Virginia.
Right.
It wouldn't be nothing like what we've got today, of course, but at the same time, I think it could have. He never got a chance at that big university with talent because Alabama had talent under the Sheila years. People forget that. I mean, man, Roman Harper, D'Amico Ryans. I mean, there was players there. That receiver room was super underrated. What was his name? Was it Brown?
Brown, right. And what's Marquise? What was it? Hayes? Marquise Hayes? I think we had, if I'm not mistaken. Who was the coach that killed off Prothro?
Yeah, Mike Shula was there for Prothro.
Yeah, that's who I can't stand the most.
Had him in with 5 touchdown lead against Florida.
Yeah, and you fucking killed a man career off. He didn't play football no more.
Brody Kroll was in with like a 38-point lead against Western Carolina. Killed him off.
Right. Well, that he ain't really Brody.
I watched him play high school ball, and to this day, he still throws one of the best deep balls I've ever seen.
Okay, now this is my thing. That year it was Brody and Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
And Nick came in and got because Jamarcus said Bama really didn't really recruit him too tough. They called, they wanted him and stuff, but they really was all in on Brody. And because I kind of look at that sometimes and be like, okay, what would have been better? Who would have won more games between the two?
I don't think we would have changed our offense enough to use Jamarcus the right way.
Because LSU, well, yeah, you're right. Yeah. LSU was more suitable for him. I agree with you.
Yeah, because they knew what they had and they allowed him to be who he was.
But then at the same time, I'm gonna tell you this though. At the same time, LSU didn't really utilize him because, like, when he was in high school, man, he was running 4 wide receiver sets.
Right.
I'm talking about, and he was throwing the damn ball all over the field to where they kind of pro style handcuffed him a little bit at LSU.
I agree with that, and I mean that was during Saban's time, and I think back then, and even into some of his Alabama years, he wasn't willing to take a player and let them do what they did best. I think Kiffin kind of brought that out of him a little bit.
Yeah. That's why I give Coach Kiffin so much credit. That's why I love him to this day, man. Because if it wasn't for him, we probably would just be getting out the Stone Age these last couple years. Instead of having a dominant offense the last 10 years, we'd just be getting out the Stone Age the last 4 or 5 years if it wasn't for Lane Kiffin.
But I'll be honest with you, sometimes last year, I kind of wish we would have reverted back to some of that Stone Age shit and ran the ball just a little bit more.
Hey man, I'm laughing because that's all I used to say last year. Run the fucking ball, Bill. Fuck you.
Like, look, I know you didn't like Bryce, and I've stated publicly that I was a big fan of Bryce. As far as his skill set, I think he's one of the most talented quarterbacks Alabama's ever had, easily. His skill set. I'm not saying he always made the greatest decisions or necessarily put the team in a position to win every time. I mean, there's times he cost us, I'm sure, but I mean, a lot of that was coaching allowing that too. But playing hero ball with Bill O'Brien calling the shots, and trying to play 10 yards at a time like it's the NFL, he's thinking first down when you got to be thinking touchdowns because college football is a game of mismatch.
Right. Exactly. But see, no. But that's the thing too, though, man. It's not even just college football. It's football in general.
And I agree with you, but in the NFL, it's a little tougher because everybody's a little more upper tier to get to the league. So gaining first downs are almost an accomplishment themselves. And yeah, I mean, the name of the game is getting points. I totally get what you're saying. And in the grand scheme of things, you're 100% right. But a pro style offense a lot of times is geared towards that 10-yard, setup. And in college, man, you're playing a team and their number one quarterback's out. You better be exposing that cat.
Right. But see, that's why I was saying, like, okay, just think about it. How many games have you watched in the NFL where the starting cornerback go down, somebody come in, they go right to that man?
Mm-hmm.
Just think about, like, if you look at that, and see, that's why like in the NFL, the injury report thing is so crucial. That's why teams get fined and stuff for the injury reports, because that helps teams scheme. If I know for sure you don't have Myles Garrett this week, I can open up my playbook a little bit more. See what I'm saying?
A lot more play action pass because you ain't got to worry about that man sitting in your backfield. But
right. See what I'm saying? So it kind of but it's all about mismatch. Okay, cause look at.
But you also got to admit this too, though. In the NFL, even your second tier corners, most of the time, you've only got so much of a window as a quarterback. That's why you have to be the top of the top quarterback, even though quarterback play in the NFL is kind of dropping off. A guy like Tua can put that window throw in there a lot of times, and that's what's keeping him ahead of the curve because you've only got so much room, and he's careful with the ball.
Now, before you drop down and put you in that hot seat, right? Put you on the corners island, right? You know that, right?
Hey, I'm all about it.
Okay, now, because you just brought up a name, so I'm finna see if let's catch this pass right quick. Tua or Bryce?
Tua.
Explain why.
I think mechanics wise, I think Bryce is the more polished quarterback at that college level. But I think Tua was a guy that was willing to do anything to win the game. I don't think he gave a damn about stats.
Right.
And I think he was a team player. And it showed in the LSU game when he was hurt and he got even more hurt and almost beat what a lot of people consider the greatest college football team of all time in LSU in 2019. And
right.
That's just a guy that would do whatever it took. And he had that drive and, coming in as a freshman and putting it on a rope in overtime to beat Georgia for a championship. His career will always be a walk to me because a healthy Tua should have had 3 championships.
But look at the talent. Look at the talent Tua had, and look at the receiver. Look at the receiver room from Tua to Bryce.
It's fair. That is a fair argument. I will give you that. But you could say the same thing for Mac Jones, but you could tell a clear difference between Tua, Bryce, and Mac.
Yeah. That's just hell. You're right. That ain't even comparable. I got somebody for Mac because I got one. I got a comparison for Mac that I'm going to ask you about in 1 second. Mac or G-Mac?
Ooh. Now wait, what's G-Mac?
Greg McElroy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Because see now G-Mac had talent around here too.
G-Mac had hella fat talent. He had Julio to throw it to, man. Come on now. He threw it to Julio.
And G-Mac made it to the NFL. I mean, he played for the Jets for a little while, but
he played for the Jets for the preseason.
No, he started a game or two. I mean, it was a cup of coffee. He wasn't there long, but
his career, yeah, he did. He got a jersey. He got his name on the back of a jersey.
We'll say that. But, but still, I get what you're saying. They both had talent. Damn,
both of them won a championship. Both of them won a championship. Both of them went undefeated.
Ooh. That's a hell of a comparison. Honestly, they're close. And if you look at G-Mac's stats in high school, dude, he was lighting it up. Like,
he was right. Who he got though?
I mean, his ability was there, but we were still kind of in that old offense too that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but who you got? Who you taking though?
Because damn, he was smart with the ball too. Shit. I might take Greg. As crazy as that sounds, I think I might take Greg.
I'm taking Greg over Mac too. Mac or Jake?
Mac ain't got no deep ball. Like, he got away with it in college because the athletes were so good. He just throw it up and let them go get it.
So let me ask you this: the worst quarterback in the Nick Saban era?
Oh man, don't put me on that spot because you're not gonna like my answer.
No, I'm putting you. That's why I say it's the hot corner. It's the island. Cornerbacks, we in the island over here. It's one-on-one coverage.
You don't. I know you're a big fan of this guy. I like him as a person, but he was my least favorite quarterback, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Okay, this is your opinion. This is your opinion. So you say Jalen is the worst quarterback of Nick Saban's tenure?
And people are going to think I'm crazy for saying that, but Tua had to come in and save him.
Now he had to come in and save Tua.
Yes, he did. I can't get that Washington playoff game out of my mind.
Oh yeah.
Jalen threw for like 43 yards in that entire football game, dude. I don't even think he completed 50% of his passes.
Right,
and
true.
Basically, Bo Scarborough won us that ball game.
Facts. And the defense.
And I just have a hard time forgetting that, man. But and that's not fair to compare one game to an entire career because he goes to Oklahoma. He plays for a so-called quarterback coach, develops some skills, but I'm starting to see some things in the NFL that makes me think I was right.
Yeah, he hasn't. This is the first year for Jalen that he hasn't progressed as a quarterback. Every year, from
But
high
one thing that
school.
we've always talked about since me and you have started doing shows together, if you get enough tape on a guy, eventually they'll figure you out, and that's when your skill set matters.
Right. But see, Jalen still hasn't got to them. That he still hasn't developed that second, third read. He's still a
No,
1-2 read going on. He got to go. He still hasn't.
Some of that's coaching. Let's just be honest. Some of that's coaching because they rely too much on what else he can do, and don't try to
Right.
make him a complete ball player. And I do know he can be one. I'm not sitting here hating on him. I like the kid.
So you'll take Jacob Coker over Jalen Hurts.
I actually would.
Okay, and you'll take your boy that's up there in New England right now over Jalen.
All right. You got me. All right, Matt was my least favorite.
Yeah.
All right, you got me because he pissed me off the year he had to come in for 2 against Auburn and we lost.
Yeah.
And I know the next year we win a title with him. I understand that, but damn it, that left a bad taste in my mouth. I wasn't an AJ McCarron fan.
You what?
I was not a AJ McCarron fan, and a lot of people that blows their mind because they're like, he was part of 3 championships.
That was why you wasn't. Well, I mean, everybody had their reasons because I don't like Bryce, and everybody be like, "How you don't like Bryce? Why you don't like AJ? Why you like AJ?"
See, when I said that about Hurts, I still liked him as a person and as a player. Like I see what he can be. AJ, I knew he was what he was, and I didn't like when you could lock up some of his receiving core. He would force the passes in big games, man, and I'll never forget how he played against Oklahoma.
Yeah, he did think his arm was stronger than what it was. I do agree with you on that.
He was overly confident in himself. And see, that year we I think it was the 2012 year we won a national championship, beat Notre Dame. Like Eddie Lacy spin circled his way into the record books.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and watched the Colorado State game that year because I could afford to. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the few games you can afford to go to.
Yeah, them out of conference games, early games. Yeah. You can get them $30 tickets.
That's before I had 2 kids too, so it was just me and my wife who was my kid at the time. You get $30 tickets, sit in the nosebleeds, but eat some Dreamland barbecue. And I watched Blake Sims come off the bench and save Alabama's ass a little bit in the third quarter. We were getting stale.
Yeah.
And I was starting to become more of a Blake Sims fan even then. And that's
so why Blake don't get enough credit? Because he didn't win the championship? That's why?
Do what now?
Blake don't get enough credit because he didn't win a championship?
I think it's a layered question. I think that could be part of it, even though he completely annihilated the record books at the time. And,
Right. Exactly.
Because wins and losses on a quarterback. I think it's a team stat. A lot of people want on a quarterback. I don't do that.
Didn't he go 10-2?
Yeah.
So he constantly he was a part of the 10-win program. He kept the shit going. You see what I'm saying?
Like he came in and we had a 9-win season or less. No, he was part of keeping what we do at a high level. Right. And the thing about it too, besides Amari Cooper,
he didn't have nobody.
He didn't have the same talent around him as McCarron had, as any of the other quarterbacks we've mentioned.
If it wasn't for Coop, he didn't throw it to nobody else. Shit, I remember one game. I forgot. Was that the Ole Miss game where I don't think he threw it to nobody but Coop that game. He did nobody else on the team. I think it was like a 13. That man went like 13 for 27 and 10 catches or 11 catches went to Coop for all 200 yards.
And the thing about it too is Blake was part of a big part of our transition from the old style to what we do today. Right,
exactly. He was the catalyst for what we do. You correct. I agree with you.
Outstanding good kid too. Like I remember reading stuff about him and like this kid that was a special needs kid and him like being his friend, like, and not just for publicity, like hanging out with the guy and taking care of him and stuff. And I'm like, I can't root against that guy ever.
So let me ask you this. and this is going to a Lane Kiffin question. Cause Lane was Jake, that was your boy Blake year, where he was the spread, with the read option, RPO. Well, it was more the jet sweep for him. It wasn't an RPO it was more jet sweep action and stuff like that. Then the next year we had Jake, and the offense was more geared towards running the ball, because that's when we had Derrick Henry the next year. And that's when, you see what I'm saying? So that I kind of give Lane, I give more credit to Lane coaching because he know how to coach to the talent of his team.
And isn't that really what it's all about at the end of the day? Like, that's the same reason
Yeah.
why the Ravens are as good as they are, because they got a guy like Lamar Jackson and they built around what he does best.
Right.
They didn't try to make him something he's not.
Right. So let me ask you this: with Jalen Miro this year, and with Coach Reese, do you feel like that's what he's doing also? God damn, this fucking threw a fucking pick six. That's one thing fucking Flacco does. He'll fucking throw the ball to the other damn team in a heartbeat.
I'm a big bro. I have not missed Flacco, not one bit.
God damn, man. And see, he the reason why all these goddamn quarterbacks is getting $100 million too for no reason.
Oh,
shit.
I remember. So pissed off when they gave him a contract, man, because we won the Super Bowl. He had one great game his entire career for me, and that was the Mile High Miracle.
Right. Right.
The guys, he had some talent around him, man. Like, Anquan Bolden is so underrated, it's not even funny.
Do you think he Hall of Fame?
My opinion, yes.
Okay, if it wasn't for the Ravens, excuse me, my bad, wasn't for the Ravens, he still got the same energy?
Yes, for his work at the Cardinals. That's actually what I'm basing it off of.
Okay, so I guess it. So you're basing it off of the Cardinals resume. Okay, I guess I respect that.
He was underutilized when he was at the Ravens.
Yeah, but see, but with his age, because he kind of like how Beckham is now for y'all. See how Beckham is still good. He's still very serviceable, very, very, very everything you need. See what I'm saying? But he's still not utilized as much. Well, as in, I think I don't know.
It's the same knock that Hollywood Brown had when he wanted to leave and we got rid of him. But I wasn't that worried about Hollywood Brown leaving because
Hollywood overrated, man. Because y'all brought in Zay fucking Flowers and look what he's doing.
He's got great fucking speed, don't get me wrong, but he can't run a route tree to save his fucking life. And
man, Hollywood was overrated. I'm gonna tell you why Hollywood was so good, because of Kyler Murray in college.
Oh, and people shit on Kyler Murray, but I'll never forget watching him in the playoff game against us. And we had the game pretty cool in hand. But I watched him throw a damn deep ball like 65 yards on the money in the back of the end zone. And it wasn't a lucky play. Like, that man had that kind of skill set.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. That game is the reason why I got respect for. That's why I started calling him Mighty Mouse, because of that game. Because of he went up against the NFL defense that year by himself, and he was getting his little ass smashed, and he was still out there performing. And I said, "Hey, man, this little dude good. Like, I like him. He ain't just."
And that's why I don't buy into the bullshit where they say he's not focused in pro ball. I just don't think he's had the right coaching staff around him, because, like you said, I seen him get the shit beat out of him against us, and he kept getting up and making plays, man. And he wasn't getting paid shit back then.
Right, exactly. And see, I think it might have been one of them things that where they try to bring a young guy in to be the quarterback with young guys, but everybody is not. Cliff Kingsbury was more football. Like, he can dial it up. He can dial it up.
Brought Cliff Kingsbury in because everybody was kissing his ass, and I'm like, what has he ever done?
Nothing.
Fuck,
he was the golden boy.
About Jim Harbaugh, man, and it's not just because we're playing Michigan this weekend.
Jim did a little something now. Jim did a little something now. I got to give Jim a little credit. He beat Ohio State
in the NFL. I'll give you some credit for his NFL work more than I will his college work.
Okay, but look what he did in San Diego. The University of San Diego. He
Okay.
did
And that
good.
that was probably his greatest coaching job.
It was.
Now, fast forward to when he's at Stanford and he has Andrew Luck, who some people consider one of the greatest college quarterback prospects ever coming out of high school. And who was the rest? Toby Gerhardt?
Go Toby. Yeah. He had the damn.
He had Richie Sherman, who was a receiver then.
And they switched him over, correct? And he had damn Christian McCaffrey on the team too.
And couldn't even win the Pac-12, dog.
Yeah, that's true. They did win a Rose Bowl.
USC was trash then. So, I mean, this is after Pete had been gone a couple of years. They had fell the hell off.
He still won a Rose Bowl.
I don't care. With that kind of talent, he couldn't win the damn conference once.
The Oregon was in the damn way. Oregon couldn't beat Oregon.
Yeah, which I really, which concerns me because Chip Kelly was great in the Pac-12 when there was no other good teams.
Right, and ever since he been away from Oregon, it has shown.
Damn right, because they were a machine before he got there. They were on their way. They were building. They were having great years. They had some good quarterbacks consistently. You know, Joey Harrington. Who was the guy before him? Keely.
Keely Smith.
Yeah, he was a good quarterback too. I'm
talking,
college.
Top 5, right? College wise, yeah.
Great running backs. They had some players. I mean, they've been pumping NFL talent for a good 20, 25 years solid, you know. And so, I mean, he made it to one national championship game, lost to Auburn. And really, other than that,
he did. And see, this one thing about these quote unquote so-called offensive gurus. Okay. And I'm gonna explain why. And we're gonna use Chip Kelly as an example. Chip Kelly was this quote unquote offensive guru. He was this, he was that, he was this, he was that. But his offenses was gimmicky for 1 year.
Bingo.
And after that 1 year, he didn't add on, because if you're an offensive guru, you're gonna add to what you got.
Just read my mind. He kept it the same. He thought it was so good, he kept it the same, and people figured him out.
Right, and see, so how can he be an offensive guru and his offenses just sucked since then?
In my mind, he's not. Where like a Sarkisian constantly develops.
Right, and like Lane, I call Lane a guru because Lane will take whatever talent that he has and drop 50 on you with a damn running back and quarterback.
Exactly, that's what I was fixing to say. Blake Sims was a damn running back at one point.
And then look what he's doing at Ole Miss.
He played running back at the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. I want to say he played running back. Now, I could be wrong.
Then look what he's doing with Jackson Dart at Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, to me, that's more of an offensive guru than a Chip Kelly. Whereas then look at Chip Kingsbury, he was this quote unquote air raid system, and this air raid system supposed to be the guru. It's supposed to be coming from a guru, but actually, what has the air raid ever won?
Dude, I wanted to do a show about this a couple months ago and couldn't get nobody to bite on it. How Mummy developed the modern day air raid. It come from Lavelle Edwards, and he kind of modified it, made it popular at Kentucky. Mike Leach was his coordinator.
Correct.
Took that show to Oklahoma and then ended up as a head coach at Texas Tech, blah, blah, blah. Won a lot of games, but to me, he never developed a great quarterback, and I'm not speaking ill of the dead. I liked Mike Leach. He was fun. Loved his interviews. Mm-hmm. But he never developed a great quarterback.
Now let me ask you this. Can we say Patrick Mahomes?
Wait, no, I think Patrick Mahomes came after.
But he a part of the air raid system, though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
just one player. They have a couple players, but the overall, I get what you're saying. But overall,
and I think his skill set, he could have come out of any system.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is fact.
People slept on him coming out of high school, but if you go back and watch stuff, you're like, damn, he had a cannon even then.
Right, right. But yeah, go. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to interrupt you, but back to the system though. What have they won? What has the air raid won?
Really, other than what when Oklahoma was running it, not a damn thing.
And they didn't. They just won the Big 12. They won one championship, right? Yeah, they won one championship. Yeah, they won one. They got one with that old guy. Hold on, yeah, they did get one.
Yeah, like when Leach was there, that was like year 2000, I think, when they won a
Yeah,
national championship. But I don't even think they were truly an air raid team even then.
no,
You know,
because they still pound the ball.
So really, it's won nothing.
Nothing, right? You actually and see with those type of offenses that you put your defense in a messed up position because you're either scoring fast or you're getting off the field fast. One of the two. You're doing one of the two, and the clock is not. You're not wasting no time on the clock off the clock, and your defense is right back on the field.
Yep.
So you're hurting your defense.
I'll credit to Jim Harbaugh about is the style of football that he plays. It's almost like a second defense on the field.
Because with the clock killing, right? Controlling the clock.
Because even if they play a high-powered team, you're not going to just score ridiculous amounts of points against Michigan because of the way they control the clock.
But shit, hell, what high-powered team have they played?
I think the last one they played might have been TCU.
What high-powered team they played, man? And that shit, honestly, man, TCU, they, man, and they still lost though, even with that.
You were giving him credit for beating Ohio State as many times as he has, but I can't give him that credit because to me, Ohio State ain't been Ohio State since Urban left. I'm not a fan of Ryan Day. The receivers he has had there, and you can't, and then he had CJ Stroud.
Okay. Now I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you said that question. I'm glad you said that. Is Ryan Day overrated like that?
I think he is. It's just my opinion. I can't prove it, but to me, he is because he has had some high-level NFL talent, and we see that. I mean, CJ Stroud come in and took the league by storm. And you had that with Marvin Harrison Jr. and, these other cats, and you couldn't do nothing last year.
And see, I'm going to tell you what's crazy, though, too. You not even just the receiver room. Man, you've had numerous of running backs. You've had a couple running backs. You've had two quarterbacks to go in the top 10. You've had two quarterbacks to go in the top 10. Plus, you've had numerous of D linemen, a couple of O linemen, a couple cornerbacks to go in the top 15. You've had everything that you want, and you still haven't won a Big Ten championship.
Exactly.
Fuck a national championship.
How much talent do you need, dude? Like, you had pretty much an NFL offense last year.
Right. And see, he with Ohio State, Alabama, they constantly top 5 recruiting class. So they're top to bottom talented to the motherfucker.
Right. And that's when I start picking guys apart the way I did Jimbo at the very beginning of the year when everybody was kind of hyping Texas A&M up again. And I was like, I ain't buying it. This dude's had how many top 5 recruiting cycles? He's had how many good players and he can't win?
Right. Exactly.
Like, I'm sorry. I better start seeing something in year 3, man. Like, come on.
And see, when you got fuck a top 25, when you got top 5, top 10 recruiting classes every year, it's no way in hell that you should not be competing for you should be playing for your conference championship game by year 2 if you're a good ass coach. And if you're coming in and the clipboard wasn't there. Because see, the clipboard wasn't there.
Championship, man.
Right. Now, one thing that's going to benefit a lot of programs next year is the 12-team playoff. Because now Ohio State will be a playoff team every damn year. You're going to have to lose 3 games to not be in the playoffs. I don't see Ohio State losing 3.
I don't know, man, because with your Oregons and other teams going in there like that, and Oregon just keeps building like Orchid's putting together another great recruiting program. They're getting some hellacious transfers, and they had a pretty good year this year.
You gotta play Penn State though.
Do what now?
They're still playing Penn State. They're still playing Rutgers. They're still playing Michigan State.
And I agree with that. I agree with that because those teams are trash. But
Right.
I don't give a damn what Penn State's final record was. They didn't beat nobody they shouldn't have.
Oh man, they got Ole Miss. Ole Miss gonna beat the shit. It's the piss bowl. That's what I call that shit. It's the piss bowl. It's
I hope Ole Miss hangs 50 on them.
Piss State.
Yeah,
I ain't hear you breaking up.
I hope Ole Miss hangs 50 on them. I can't stand Penn State.
Yeah, I can't stand them either. Oh man, yeah, you're right. Oh man, and Lane, you know what Lane don't take his foot off no gas. He don't care who you are. And he don't have a lot of opt-outs either. Oh yeah, they in some trouble. they in a lot of damn trouble.
Lane's like Anthony Mason. You can't take him nowhere, man.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what about this? The Ohio State versus Missouri game. What you think about that game?
Missouri is quietly a better football team than anybody, even their own fan base thought they were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if they had done what they'd done in the SEC West, they'd have more talk about them.
Right.
That's just my opinion, because the East, honestly, past Georgia, what?
Nothing.
They ride.
So that's what I was going to ask you. So do you think it was the East with their because they kind of had a week out of conference schedule, and then playing in the East? Do you think that they kind of a mirage, like this was kind of a one year kind of real hit, that they really ain't sustainable like that? Or do you think that they really legit team, sustainable?
I don't think they're as great as their record says, but I think they're on their way to it, and I think they're building towards it because they're recruiting key guys. Like, they're not getting like a huge overall draft class, like in comparison to a lot of SEC teams, but the guys they are getting are going to really help their team in spots they're weak. And they got the ability to have a stupid good offense next year, man.
And they recruiting good in the trenches too, though. That's one thing that guy out there doing, man. Drinkwitz, that's his last name, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one thing. He's recruiting great in the trenches. See what I'm saying? So that's one thing that's sustainable. If you can recruit great in your trenches, because he's got the best D lineman. And Missouri, they have some good talent. Missouri's kind of slept on when it comes to talent a little bit. They have some good talent, especially in the trenches. He's pulled in the top notch guys from Missouri on the line, both sides. So, and then with he's found hidden gems in the transfer portal. He's not. Yeah, he's not like Coach Sanders, and I'm just looking for what school you went to. Come on.
Yep. Dude, that's why I've kind of given up on these star rankings a lot, because like I see how they get ranked, and then you go in and watch the film, and sometimes a guy may have raw ability, but he's not worth a 5-star mention, but they're just going off of pure athleticism, and that bothers me.
Right. But see, I'm gonna tell you what I do in recruiting, honestly. When I look at, like, I'm kind of like what Nick Saban Jr. what Junior does. He see, okay, we in our Alabama's in this kid top 5. Let me see what this kid is really about. Let me see the competition that this kid is playing. Because, like here in the state of Alabama, we know that 5A, 6A, 7A ball is a total difference from 1A, 2A ball. You might be a great ass dog in 1A, 2A, but your ass ain't shit when it comes to 5A. You see what I'm saying?
There's levels to it, I promise you, because I played for a 5A school, which is a 6A school now. And we thought we was hot shit, man. We went undefeated 2 years in a row as far as during the season in our region. We get in the playoffs, different ball.
And y'all had to play the Birmingham region, right? Y'all played the Birmingham region.
That's when you learn where real football's played at.
Right. Because see, I think what we do is Mobile always play like the first region. We always kind of get the southeastern schools, like the Dothan area.
Yeah.
And then we'll work our way up to like to the middle of the state, and then it's all combined and stuff like that, man. That shit crazy, man. I remember one time, man. I put a post up on my community wall today about the 5-star collectively, all 5 stars from across the country. Alabama had 5. Texas had 7. And the guys from I'm using Texas for example because the guys from Texas, they were they were talking shit to me and shit like that. I'm like, hey man, the state of Alabama has fucking 6 million people, and if we got five stars in a state that's 6 million people, and y'all got 30 million people, and y'all ain't got number 7 of them per capita, we doing better. I'm just saying. So just imagine if we had.
They nearly have as many people in the Dallas-Fort Worth area as we do in our entire damn state.
Correct. They do. Houston area has more people in the Houston area than our whole state combined, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Alabama football, high school level especially, gets slept on, dude. Because I remember being in high school, and it seemed like every week I ended up playing a guy that would go on to play Division I football. Sometimes teams would have. I know Gadsden City one year had about 9.
Salute. Appreciate you pulling up. Much respect. Hey there. Yes. And see, but I'm gonna tell you what really hurts. We don't have collective talented teams like overall, like a Thompson. We've had a Hoover and Thompson, but we've had collective players that come from programs. Whereas in Texas, we got programs. They got the Allens, they got the Duncanvilles. See what I'm saying? So I think that's why a lot of us have slept on. We don't ever have a top 5 high school program.
Well, see, back when I was playing, man, they wasn't even a 7A. 6A.
Right. Me too. 6A was it, but right.
Yeah, like 6A was crazy. We dipped off and played 2 6A teams, and we were a 5A school, but honestly, we should have been a 4.
Right.
We had a high concentration of kids move here a couple of years in a row, but they didn't really participate in athletics, so it kind of hurt us.
So y'all just had the population, y'all just didn't have the numbers, y'all had the enrollment, y'all just didn't have the players on the field.
Well, you've been to Fort Payne, man. This town ain't no 5A school.
No, that's that right. That's like, what the fuck? That is that right? That should have been a 4A.
There ain't even 20,000 people in that entire city, and that's 6A school.
And let me say this, to the comment, football is strong here in Texas. Now, I agree with you, and I'm gonna say the difference between the high school football in Texas and the high school football in Alabama is monies. The monies and the facilities is what's the difference between California, Florida, and Texas. The monies is what makes those programs the best.
They have those rich donors that give back, and like in the state of Alabama, we don't have as many of those millionaire, billionaire types, and if we do, they don't share the wealth like that.
People ain't finna give back at all, man. Man, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. We got the inventor of the Super Soaker, the man who invented the Super Soaker. He's from my city. He's from the state. He grew up right down the street from where my damn in-laws stay. Right, I'm talking about, and he got his high school is right around the corner from that motherfucker. Hey man, they supposed to have the best technology around this bitch, but they don't have the best technology around this bitch. I'm sorry, that's just being honest. See what I'm saying? But they don't. Whereas you have those oil guys, those oil tycoons down in Texas, and their grandkids go to that school. They great grandkids, their nieces and nephews. So they like, hey, I want my football team to be great. I want Billy to be playing football.
Guys were like Big 8 players, so they give back to them old. They give back to the schools they played at. They love football.
Right. Let me ask you a question, man. Could you imagine playing at $1 million high school facility?
Hell no, I couldn't imagine that. I got to tour Hoover's indoor practice facility when I was in 11th grade, and it blew my mind.
Right. Man, these kids, it's a lot of kids that come from Allen. I just use Allen for example. Man, they come from Allen, man. They go to some colleges, and they be like, hey man, my high school shit is better than this. You see what I'm saying? Like my high school my high school facility, my high school weight room is Allen High School weight room is probably better than 60% of JUCOs.
Oh,
Just being,
I'd say it's a higher number than that.
you say higher than 60?
Yeah, I'd say it was higher than that, man. I've seen some of these JUCO schools, man. I couldn't believe it, man. There was some out in California, some JUCO schools that didn't even have housing back in the 90s. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. That shit it's and see, with when you got the population like that, man, it feels different. But they be like, oh man, this town shut down for Fridays. I'll be like, the same shit happens in Alabama. The same shit happened around where we at. Especially if you got a winning team, that shit shut down. Everybody's going to wherever the boys is playing at. Shit.
Dude, I live in a small town now, just south of Fort Payne. And like,
Damn,
I'm talking about like don't even have 1,000 people in it.
Damn, that's what I said. This smaller than Fort Payne. God damn.
Like on a high school football games, like during a high school football game, you don't want to have to drive to the gas station around here. Like it's crazy. Like traffic's out in the streets. Like it shuts down.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that's not something unique to Texas.
I did not know Fort Payne was 6A. I went to Athens High. It was a 5A. And see, and what's been fucking up shit in Alabama high school football is these damn private schools. Because they classify the private schools, you know, with the multiplier. The private schools, they be playing in 5A, 6A. They don't deserve to be up there. So that kind of makes other programs have to move around here and go to regions here. You be like, come on, man, like stop that shit. And then I still think that, like with Fort Payne, for example, I still think Fort Payne to me should be 4A.
Oh yeah. Oh, I agree 100%.
And because they shouldn't. I'm just being honest with this, man. You wanna have the kids to be able to compete. At the end of the year, you want to still be able to be like, okay, these kids can compete in the 4A, 5A level. But just being in like for my high school is, they dropped down to 5A now, thank God. But even in 5A, man, we suiting up 45 fucking players, 35 players on the sidelines. Ain't no fucking way in hell we should be playing 5A football. I'm sorry. And the year before last, when I first started my page off and stuff, I was going live a lot of times for football games. The last year and this year, we opened up. We're 5A. We opened up against a 3A program, Chickasaw, down here. Year before last, Chickasaw beat us. And if you looked on the sidelines on both years, you couldn't tell which program was 5A and which program was 3A because of the damn size of the. See what I'm saying? So what I'd be like, man, they need to really start looking at some of these programs and be like, okay, these kids can't compete on these fucking. I don't care how good they might have 5 fucking D1 athletes, but they cannot compete on this fucking 6A level. Drop their head down to 4A where they can compete. You see what I'm saying? And some of these schools, like when I grew up in Cleveland, you had a private school ball and you had public school ball. And at the end of the year, everybody playing the playoffs. See what I'm saying? But you had a public school league and a private school league. It should be the same fucking way, because it's that's just my opinion. I'm a little old fashioned with some things. Some things I am a little old fashioned.
I'm on the private school thing, and I've said it before. Me and you've talked about it. If Arch Manning didn't play in private school, he wouldn't be a 5-star quarterback going into college.
Facts. Facts. It's not just his name. Fuck just his last name. If he was not at Wright, I agree with you. If he wasn't at Newman, but Catholic school down in Louisiana, he would not have put up no. And then he didn't even light the fucking field up in at Newman.
Nope.
Because I've watched a couple games of his. Hell, when Eli Holston and Arch played, I watched that game. And I was like, because I wanted to see. I was like, ooh, let's see the Bama commit versus this commit. Let's see who's the better. And Eli showed out on his ass. I was like, well, shit, I'm happy. I'd rather have Eli. Shit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, some of these star rankings are bullshit, and I've said it for years like that, man.
Right. But it's all depends on what camp you go to.
It does.
You know, if you go to the right camp.
It's true that Arch didn't go to the Manning Passing Academy.
It's very true.
That's weird.
Didn't even go to his own last name camp.
Yeah, that's strange.
Because he knew it was not going to look good for him.
Exactly.
And see, but you know what? At the same time, I got to give credit to his family. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they're bringing him along slowly to where he won't get exposed yet. And by the time he does really start playing, he should know all of the ins and outs. It would, like, if they, you see what I'm saying? Like, if they put the kid out there next year, like, well, we knew if they put the kid out there this year, it was going to be a tragedy. Everybody knew that. But if he was to play next year, it's still be a tragedy.
Wait a minute now, because you know, with Glass Joe at quarterback in the playoffs and Malik gone, it could happen.
It's gonna happen. Hey, no, let me not say that. I'm not gonna say that. Hey, but he might get in a couple snaps with the little noodle arm out there. That month, and he made the best decision of his career by saying that he's returning to Texas next year.
Yes, he did.
And I'm just saying this not just from a college football aspect of it, but from a money aspect of it. He gonna make more money in college next year than he would do in the NFL.
Yeah, because I don't think he would get another contract after that rookie one.
No, and then, hey, now this is the craziest thing, man. I was looking at a post from ESPN. Arch Manning is making more money than Brock Purdy. A backup quarterback in college is making more money than a damn starting NFL quarterback, man. That's fucking crazy.
Getting out of hand, bro.
That is crazy. And that's just something.
See, man. What's he? $8 million?
Say again.
What's the kid's name at Tennessee? Is it Nico?
Nico Lavia, or whatever. Yeah, $7 million boy.
Yeah, $8 million. I thought.
It was 7 or 8, right? Because he got $1 million of them when he was in high school. I do know that. And see, he signed a 4-year deal.
Way $8 million. And look, I'm happy for him as far as, you know, that's generational wealth. You can change your whole family that way.
Yes.
I'm hating on him. I'm hating on the way this has been set up because, to me, unless he delivers a national championship, he wasn't worth the money.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm all them boosters or all them NIL people, I understand that you want your school to be great and all this and all that. But if I'm paying millions of motherfucking dollars, I want some return in my investments. But you got to look at the program, though. We got to look at Tennessee. We got to look at what programs that we do. Like, everybody ain't on our level at Alabama where, you know, we expected to compete for national championships. Whereas in Tennessee, they're happy to win. They happy to win 8 to 10 games. That program. Right. So, you know, if we pay, you know, a couple $1 million for a quarterback, we looking at, hey, motherfucker, we paid you $11 million, the $9 million, $7 million, however millions it is, you better win us at least one ring in your 3 years while you here. Fuck all that shit.
Let me ask you this. Staying on Tennessee. Joe Milton don't sit out the bowl game, right?
Right, stupid ass.
Why, man? Ain't nobody got him on their first round draft board, dog. Nobody.
It's first or second or third.
Oh, if I'm drafted, not at all. But
right, I'm not even looking at you. You couldn't even.
That was a good idea.
He got an agent. His agent told him. That's about the only thing I can think of. Or his mama, somebody told him, don't play." Or
I don't care who it is.
he need more. He need more all the tape he can get.
You damn right, because what he did during the season ain't enough.
And then this is the thing for him. You had that offense was clicking the year before that. And the year before that. That offense started clicking the year before that, and it really gelled last year. You were the same type of quarterback when it comes to maturity and age. I'm not talking talent-wise. I'm talking about but maturity and age. He was the same as your boy that was there year before last. They both was 22-year-old quarterback, 23-year-old quarterbacks playing for Tennessee. See what I'm saying? So you should have kept that momentum going. That offense fell off with you playing quarterback. So what are you doing? Bad decision.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey man, some of these some guys, you know, they a lot of them get bad people in their ears that give them decision like, hey, you should do this, son, you should do that. What about your future? What about your future? What about your future? I'm
stand to benefit from it.
Right. I'm looking at the long run. Hey man, what's one game? That next year I'm probably gonna be an undrafted free agent or a 5th to 7th round pick anyway. So what's the difference in one damn game?
Exactly. And there was something to me, and you were talking about it earlier before I jumped on here. There was something about pride, man. Something old school about taking pride in your school and wanting to go out and win that bowl game. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I've watched maybe 3 bowl games all bowl season.
Me too.
Football's taking a turn for the worse for me, and I can't get that bad taste out of my mouth, man. Like all these cats sitting out. Like I can't remember how many were rumored to sit out at the Orange Bowl, but it's a stupid number.
No, that's between Georgia and Florida State, right? Yeah, that game gonna be fucking out, man. You got the backup quarterback in the transfer portal now. You got the backup, so you got the backup to the backup that couldn't barely beat Louisville as the starting quarterback in the Orange Bowl against Georgia.
It's crazy, man. It's absolute. Look at Alabama last year playing in what the hell bowl was we in last year? I can't even remember the name of the damn bowl.
You played in the Sugar Bowl last year.
And let's be honest, with the mission of playoffs, a meaningless bowl game. Let's just be straight up. You're just playing for school pride.
Right.
Every damn body played.
You had the number 1 and the number 3 fucking pick in the NFL draft that played in the Sugar Bowl that was not a BCS playoff game last year.
Right.
And those young men said, I wanted to finish off where we started. We started as a team beginning of the year. We're going to end the season as the same thing. And they were solidified as top 5 picks, both of those guys.
Yeah, we both knew that both of those guys are going in the top 5. I mean, there was no doubt about it.
Both of them was in contention for the number 1 pick.
Yes, you didn't know exactly what order, but you knew they were going there, and they still played, man, in a damn bowl.
Against Kansas State.
Yes.
And then I give Kansas State credit. Look at last year with what's your boy Deuce Vaughn?
Yeah, still played.
Okay, you had a 5'5" fucking 110-pound running back. That was a senior, and that was his last game. He like, fuck it, I'll go up against big bad Bama. I'm trying to get to, and my dad is in the NFL. My dad is a scout for the Cowboys. So I know I'm going, regardless of the fact, I know I'm going to be on the Cowboys practice squad. He didn't have to play last year, but that kid still played.
See, that makes me like certain guys more than others, and I don't like being like that. But I'm old school, man. Finish what you started.
Finish what you started. That's right. Finish what you started. It's just one. It's one. Man, see, this is my thing. When people be like, well, the young man can go out there and get hurt, and they bring up, tragedies like what happened to Jalen Smith that played for Notre Dame that year, the linebacker. They bring up the running back that played in Miami. They bring up those incidents, you know what I'm saying, where they had devastating knee injuries, but they still went on. Both of those guys still went on and had productive NFL careers. Now, let's not say that they just destroyed.
If you're gonna base it off that, look at Protho, who was playing a regular season game and had his career ruined.
Okay, now look at Marcus Lattimore.
So that can strike from spring training anywhere. I mean, you're playing a game that's dangerous. I don't think any of us ever knew that it wouldn't.
It's right. Icebox says, in my opinion, you shouldn't be able to transfer to after the bowls. I agree. Now that's something, and I agree with that. That's something I totally agree. And that's the funniest thing
To me, if
because
you do that, though, if you do that, you have to change when recruits can come in too, because it's not fair to commit to a school and then all of a sudden somebody that's a fifth, 6 year senior at quarterback transfers over to a school that you were fixing to recruit to.
okay, this is why I'm glad this is it came to it. I'm glad it came to it. Lane Kiffin yesterday was talking about the transfer portal and was giving his own personal opinion about it. Now this is Mr. Transfer Portal King, and to sum up what he was saying was basically college free agency is done at the most stupidest time in sports because of the timing. It is no free agency in professional sports that has free agency during the season. The transfer portal is basically free agency during the season.
Oh, I agree with that.
And see the free agency.
You can't even trade a player at like what, week 8?
Yeah, this is a trade deadline in the middle of October, around Halloween. You can't trade nobody. You got to stay. You stuck or you get released. The only way you can go to another team is that your ass get released.
Exactly, and so if you get cut by a college, which is highly unlikely if you're a good player, unless you've got like some kind of trouble you've been in. Okay, fine, let that guy go somewhere else. He was cut anyways. But other than that, yeah, man, like, because all right, we ain't seen it yet, but we will. What's going to happen when an Ohio State makes it into the playoffs in a couple of years and they have another number one wide receiver that everybody's like, well, that kid's going to be the number one overall pick without a doubt. And he says, you know what? I'm looking out for me. I ain't playing in these playoffs. How long before that?
I got my money already. I already got my $10 million NIL deal. Stay until the whole season is over. Big facts. Big facts.
Rookie contract. So, I mean, look at that, man. Like, how long before that? We're fixing to kill our sport if we don't get this in hand now.
Correct. They're gonna have to get the governing bodies of the NCAA. We're gonna have to sit down and put their thinking heads together and say, hey, we do need some regulations on this because and see, this is the sad thing. Like Coach Saban told they dumbass, you do know the rich is gonna get richer when it comes to this. It's not like you're gonna really spread out football that much. And see what I mean by that is the blue bloods are still the blue bloods.
Yes,
regardless of the fucking
that, and they misunderstood what he said.
Right. And see now what's gonna happen is with this college free agency, and what is happening is you have kids from UTSA, UTEP, etc., those little schools like that, South Alabama, Troy, North Alabama, etc. Oh, you're all conference there for 2 years in a row, huh? Hey man, I got $75,000 to $100,000 to come play DE in here. All right. Now I got this kid that it's all conference. See what I'm saying? All conference in big boy football. Now it might be Power 5, I mean Group of 5, but still, or FCS. But it's still he's more a productive player than this kid out of high school. So and that's what's happening. Some coaches are benefiting from it, Lane Kiffin, as in winning, and like the guy from Texas State. They're winning with the process, where some guys are just doing whatever with the process, as in Coach Sanders. You're not throwing shots at Coach Sanders. I'm throwing direct shots. I'm not throwing no intermittent. I'm throwing direct shots.
Did you see the article that come out where a guy tried to claim that he recruited better than Saban as far as high school recruits? Now, I'm not talking about transfer portal. He tried to claim.
Okay, this is why they're doing that. You know why they're doing that, right?
No.
Okay, and now see, this is why I can double-edged sword, because just like how I was talking about the per capita with Alabama and the 5 stars, and compared to the state of Texas between a 5 and a 7, and the population, because I've looked at you got a lot of Colorado football bloggers. You got a lot of those guys, and it's a lot of just media period talking about it. They looked at the overall because they compared the overall number, not the quality. They looked at the they looked at the quality instead of the quantity, because they compared it to Georgia and Alabama.
That tells me that article was written by somebody that don't know the game, man. So I can't even.
And see, they were looking at Deion. Coach Sanders signed 6 players out of the high school ranks, and he had 1 5-star, 3 4-stars, no 4 4-stars, and 2 3-stars. And they were looking like the average. They were saying that the average for Colorado recruiting class this year was like a 93, 94, or something like that. Whereas in Georgia was like a 91, a 92 overall, and Alabama's was like a 91 or something like that overall. That's why they were saying that he out-recruited him. He did better. That's what they were saying. That's the argument that they're getting at.
Yeah, but I don't like that argument, and I don't have my Homer glasses on either. Like that's just a dumb football take. And furthermore, they're not going to get the development at Colorado that they would at Alabama. So that's a whole different discussion.
Oh yeah, that's a whole. Yeah, we don't even talk about the coaching levels. But and see, this is why I can't. And this one, I think this one, I can't say that. How can you say he's out recruiting somebody when he doesn't have the number 1 player in his fucking position on for none of his players that he brought in? At least Coach Saban had the number 1 fucking quarterback. At least at the time. Now, Ryan Williams was the number 1 junior wide receiver. He reclassified and he committed. So now he's not the number 1 wide receiver. He's the number 4 wide receiver. Didn't we take the number 1 athlete or the number 2 athlete? Whereas then they got a 4-star athlete. So how can if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna compare apples to oranges, then let's do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
Well, what would you rather have? What would you rather have if you're building an entire team? Would you rather have 5 or 6 5-stars, or would you rather have X amount of 5-stars, 15 4-stars, and a couple of 3-stars to build an entire roster with?
I'm building a whole entire roster. Fuck just having those 3 5-stars.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a stupid football take. And if the shoe was on the other foot and they were writing that about Saban getting 6 guys, I would be talking about how stupid that sounded.
Coach Sanders, because see, I call him over here. I call him when we're talking football. I call him Coach Sanders. Coach Sanders might be getting at the high school. Yeah, I'll call him Coach Prime right now. He Coach Sanders. Coach Sanders, excuse me, might be getting them at the high school, but can he coach them? Plus, he has more players transferring out. And see, this is the thing when it comes to, and I've been getting attacked lately with my videos about the situation, especially with my lineman take. You know, when I was like, hey man, you're going to get a whole bunch of 3-stars to block for a 5-star. And them damn 3-star got a back broke last year. So what are we doing? You're going to get a whole, just because they might be a little bigger, they're still 3-stars out there, motherfucker. And you still got to develop him. When you had some development, you had some potential. All you had to do was work on that fucking technique. But anyway, I digress on that. It's a proven fact that if you look at his track, and I'm speaking on the college coaching career. If you look at his college coaching career, each year he has done nothing but hired assassins. He hasn't got any guys that he has developed. The only kid that I can say that he has developed, but at the same time, he was like that since he got in there, was Travis.
Yes. And see, that's why I have a hard time looking at him seriously as a coach. And it's not hate for me because I idolized him growing up, but I can't look at him as a coach until he develops talent instead of just bringing in hired talent. Right.
And see, that's the thing with me, with guys. Okay, even with Coach Kiffin, because Coach Kiffin is the portal king. Coach Sanders is not the portal king. Coach Kiffin is the portal king. Even with Coach Kiffin.
Coach Kiffin's getting 10-win seasons off what he.
Right. And see, this is my thing. He might bring in 15, he might bring in the same number of transfer portal kids, 18. Okay, well, let's just say he bringing in 18. But he's mixing that with the kids that he already has, and he is winning and is trying his best to compete for a playoff and championship spots. Whereas
Well,
in you bringing in all these, go ahead.
let's be honest. Ole Miss is like a couple of things away from being a national title hunt team.
That's Coach Kiffin. That's Coach Kiffin being more. Coach Kiffin is the reason why they're not that. It's not the talent because Coach Kiffin has the talent in Ole Miss. It's him.
It's questionable decision making in big time games that's kind of hurting him at times.
Right. Yeah,
But
he frees at times. Yeah, right. Talent is there.
now
And see, this is my thing.
The talent there. Could you say the same thing about Colorado in year 2, even
Yeah,
knowing what they
just
get?
saying, you took it out of my mouth. You took it out. At Colorado, to me, he had a 7-8 win team talent wise with the roster that he had last year. And if he'd have brought that same roster back and just added to the really recruited the line hard, I'm talking about brought in nothing but the transfer portal for that offensive line and recruited the offensive line for high school. It could have been like their expectations that this year he could have had that this year, honestly.
Yes, I agree with you because his quarterback, his son, is fantastic, man. Like, he is a great football player. He's an NFL talent.
Yes, very. I agree with you. No, he is not just your opinion. I mean, your thoughts. I got the same thoughts. He's a great salesman. He's a great deacon in the church. But when it comes to being a head coach, no, I'm sorry. Anytime I'm still going back to this same thing that happened this year during the game. Anytime you freeze your own fucking kicker, you call the timeout on your own goddamn kicker. Something wrong with you. You don't know what you're doing. You're doing too much. You know. And anytime you don't make adjustments as a coach, if you got one fucking player beating you, and see, this is my thing. Fuck that shit. I don't care who you are. Coach Saban, I've seen Coach Saban done this to Coach Kiffin a bunch of times. Last year, I think the only reason why he didn't do that shit to damn Coach O'Brien is because Coach O'Brien was in the fucking press box. He went on the field with him. He couldn't get a hold of his ass. I've seen Coach Saban stalk Coach Kiffin ass down on the sideline, told his ass, run the fucking ball. If you don't run the fucking ball, I'm getting your ass up out of here. Run the fucking ball. And he's the head coach. And if he can go to his offensive coordinator and tell him, I don't give a fuck what you're doing, motherfucker, run this damn ball. Coach Sanders was supposed to do the exact same thing. And the example I want to make why is because if you look at that Stanford game, when you had a kid that had 100 damn yards receiving coming into the game on your ass, and at halftime, this man had 100-yard receiving in that game, and he busting your head open. Why you didn't put a safety over the top of him? Why you kept putting Travis little bitty ass, who just coming off the IR from 3 weeks with a fucking ruptured spleen or whatever the fuck was wrong with his ass? He could barely breathe out that motherfucker. Why you kept putting him single coverage on that his little bit ass on that big ass receiver? That's coaching. And if you're a DB, he's a DB. He's a DB GOAT. Why you didn't say, hey, Coach Kelly, if you don't put my son over the top of him, put 21 over the top of him to help 12.
It don't make sense to me either, man. I don't understand it. It's the same things that you see a lot of NFL coaches getting fired over this year, is not being able to at halftime, man.
Halftime adjustments.
All right, I'm gonna make one more point, and then I'm gonna have to get off here because my old ass got to get in the bed. Work in the morning. But it's what I've said about Coach Sanders since the beginning. If he would stop worrying about getting these, like your Warren Sapp, who I love to watch, don't get me wrong, has never coached. Surround yourself with guys that are known, that are like a Coach Steele, for instance, that has been in the game for years. He knows the ins and outs. He knows how to coach. May not even be the flashiest hire, but you can learn from those guys as you progress. Like, he needs to learn from other coaches. He's not there yet. And he keeps surrounding himself with big names, and that's great. And yeah, it may be eye catching to some kids coming out of high school, but if you can't develop and use that talent, what does it matter?
Right. I agree. I agree. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. Before you go, let me give you this comment, and I'll let you go. It says, I don't see where Warren Sapp will help on defense if Sanders does not listen. Plus, this will be his first year coaching. Now, this is my thing to that. If the secondary was hot slop garbage last year and they had the goddamn GOAT as their damn coach, as their head coach, what the hell does a damn Hall of Fame jacket damn first year position coach who've never coached a damn down in his life, even in park ball around this motherfucker, what is he gonna do for that damn defense? That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. Because
To the next comment, what's a New York Jet, cuz? Hey, cuz, want me to tell you what a New York Jet is tonight? They some damn hot trash, and they some ass whoopings that we putting on a weak ass tonight, 34-17. Let's go Browns. We are clinching the motherfucking playoffs tonight. That's what's happening on the New York Jets punk ass tonight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But man, I appreciate you.
Just because you're a Hall of Famer does not mean you can coach at you know what I'm saying? Like when
Right.
it comes natural to you may not be something you can teach because you don't even understand it. It came to you naturally. So it's going to be hard for you to tell somebody that don't have that same gift how to do it. And I mean, we've talked about this a million times, I know, but how many great coaches were NFL Hall of Famers?
None.
Exactly.
None. He got one of Bama assistant coaches and would not listen. Hell, you see Bama. Let me take that back because he got one of the Bama assistants, but you see that he wasn't a good at Bama assistant because he left our defense, and our defense looked way better without Coach Kelly ass. I'm glad he got his ass.
But I'll be listening.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I ain't finna be on here too much longer for about 5 more minutes. That's my damn self. I ain't finna be on here too much longer. I've been on here 2 hours. Like I don't usually be, I don't really go live either way. Anyway, so back-to-back days for me going live is a motherfucker. For me, it's like wow.
I'm happy about it, man. It gives me something to do.
Hey, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. I love you, man, and have a great day tomorrow, man.
Hey, man. Same to you, man. I appreciate you letting me on, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime, always. But man, everybody, like I said, man, I'm so happy that right now it looks like my Browns. Y'all see the profile picture, Believeland. Yeah, I know, cuz I know Desert. I know you big Dolphin fan. Salute to y'all. Tua roll damn tide and Jalen Waddle roll damn tide. Y'all are doing great things down there, motherfucker. I understand. I know you hype and you doing good. Y'all better. I need y'all to beat Baltimore for me. Please beat Baltimore for me. Then hey. I need y'all to beat. I need y'all. Yeah. I know, but I'm trying to be politically correct. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be politically correct. Catch the pass on that one. So, but anyway, man. Hey, man, as a football fan, this year has been a hellified great year for me, man. And I'm gonna say why, because both of my teams have been roller coasters. You never know what you're gonna get any given Saturday or Sunday with Alabama and Cleveland Browns. Me being a fan of both teams, both programs, both franchises, and having both of them being able to compete and play football. I mean, and they're both playing good football this year, and both of them are in the playoffs this year. Is like, oh yes, thank you for this Christmas present. This has been a great Christmas present to your boy Coach Dude. See what I'm saying? To wake up in December and to wake up in the end of December and have the Browns in the playoffs. And let me say this. Ooh. Jacksonville, you better pray we don't lock down that 5th seed. And I think, and don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think come this victory tonight, as long as we hold it off and don't let these damn New York Jets make a miraculous comeback, in which I don't see. But if they do, man, I think we locked into the 5th seed, and if we locked into the 5th seed, that means we'll play the Jacksonville Jaguars in the first round. Ooh, Jaguars, y'all gonna be in trouble. Hey, sunshine, We gonna be at your ass come sunshine. Ooh, come playoff sunshine. They probably gonna give us that Saturday game too. Ooh, sunshine. Ooh, and it ain't gonna be that cold in Jacksonville. Yeah, so my boys gonna be ready for you. Sunshine, you better hope that we don't lock down that 5th seed. You better pray somebody goddamn gonna boot us about that 5th seed. You better pray that we have to play somebody else. Now we have to play the Dolphins in the playoffs, and that's down in Miami. You know, the people don't lose too tough and down in Miami. I'm just being honest. Playoff 2A. But so I'm praying that we lock in that 5th seed. We lock in that 5th seed. It'd be like that year that Baker Mayfield, you know, that the last year we did win. Baker Mayfield, I can't give him a little love. I do love him for that. You know, Baker Mayfield did win us a playoff game. The last year, big being Roethlisberger career in Pittsburgh. They were the 4th seed that year, and we had snuck into the 5th seed, and we beat them in the playoffs that year. So it could be the same thing, hopefully. And then we could have fucking beat goddamn on Kansas City in the playoffs that year, but I digress. But anyway, same. Bama in the playoffs, Ravens in the playoffs, Braves made the playoffs. Fuck the Braves. Fuck the Braves. Cowgirl fans here in Texas. Hey man, we call them cowgirls around here. You can call those the cowgirls around here. It is okay to call them the cowgirls. Go, dude, bring your A game Sunday because we're gonna break down the Michigan and Bama. I sure will. Bill O'Brien is crap. Yes, he is. I'm talking about hot shit crap. Man, it is so funny that we got rid of 2 coordinators and look how the team has turned around. We got rid of 2 incompetent coordinators for the University of Alabama and Bill O'Brien and Pete Golden, and look at how our team turned around. And man, see, Bill O'Brien made it even worse, man, what Jalen Milroe said today. And man, shout out to Jalen Milroe, man. You know, I've been a huge fan of Jalen Milroe since last year when we beat Texas A&M and everybody talked shit about it. And I was like, hey, man, that's the kid first game ever. He playing against Texas A&M and that vaunted defense, and we won the game. Hell, when he came in and continued on against when Bryce got hurt and we beat Arkansas, I was like, oh, we got something special. I knew he was going to have his limitations, but shout out to Jalen Milroe. And then what he came out and said about how Coach O'Brien told him he needed to switch positions. That's like, oh wow. Yes, I hope Detroit beat them Cowgirls too. I dang on one. Oh man, did you see yeah. And see, Van, I'm gonna say this. I really want to talk about that, honestly, man. But see, I haven't found nobody that's willing, a group of people that's willing to, yeah, we can call them the cowgirls over here. That's all they get called over here. On this page, they are nothing but them cow goddamn girls over here. But man, Nikki Haley, man, that lady, man, she's a politician, so we know that. And we know how politicians are. But we also do know that it's easy. Some questions are easier to answer than others. And the question that she was asked, man, hey man, what do you think was the root of the Civil War? It's just easy. It all boils down to economics and slavery. No matter how you look at it, that's what it was. And for her to not even acknowledge that, the whole question, that was like, come on, lady. How ignorant, stupid can you fucking be, lady? And see, I know a lot of people call people, the women, the B's and H's, so I don't really do that too tough. You ain't gonna hear that too. Oh, fuck. Missed it wide open. How you fucking missed that man wide open, Joe Flacco, your dumb ass? Excuse me, I know I curse when it comes to my football teams anyway. But, man, I just... Man, for her to not even acknowledge it, and then at the end of it, and she was like, basically blew it off when the man brought it up, like, hey man, so that whole question, you didn't even mention slavery at all. She was like, what about it? What about it? And that's the real deal. Like, wow, lady, that's how you feel, huh? That's how you really feel right here. What about it? All you have to do, say, lady, man, I'm gonna say, yes, we know the Civil War caused a lot of distraught and distraint and it's a bad stain on our histories, on our government history, and our country's history. We all know that slavery was a big issue when it comes to the Civil War, and left it alone, and that was it. And for the people that would have been mad about it, you had to understand it instead of just saying nothing about it. Where you like, well, it was basically people didn't like the big government, and they wanted to be the big, and they didn't want the big government in their pockets. They didn't want the big government this, and everyone wanted the big government that. And if you read the comment sections of a lot of on the CNN when they did their thing about, because I go in, I'll be listening to the videos, and I'll be reading the comment sections about the shit. And people are saying, well, she's right because the Civil War wasn't about this, and wasn't about this, and wasn't about this. Well, if you look at it, where each state did their declaration of why they were seceding from the Union, some of the states put slavery as a reason of why, because of the economics, the money side of it. No matter how people view it, I don't give a fuck how people view it. I don't give two shits. I care, but I'm like, what I'm saying? Hey, man, how you fucking feel? Man, that's just how you fuck. I don't, man, fuck that shit. No, you come to me and say no stupid shit. I don't give a fuck, because, hey, man, whatever. But what I'm saying is, facts are facts. And I use the great state of Mississippi, for example. If you look at their declaration, their decree of why they were seceding from the Union, it had slavery in their declaration. So if they put slavery in their declaration from why they were seceding from the Union, how can you say that it wasn't a big factor in it? We all know that at the time the population up north was major compared to down south, and we all knew that if you look at the history and you go to the history of this shit, maybe somebody might be getting a history lesson, just a quick little tidbit of history, just right quick. If you look at the census back then, slaves wasn't counted as being a part of the population. They were property. They wasn't population. So, that was all a part of it. And some people down here wanted the slaves to be a part of the population because it was going to bring more federal monies into it. And see, that's how people were talking about the federal government side of it. See what I'm saying? That's how people was trying to bring in the federal government, the federal government, the federal government. But like I just said, the state of Mississippi and South Carolina had it in their declaration and their decrees about it. See what I'm saying? But they don't want to acknowledge that. And when it comes, breaking news, Van, former USC former USC 5-star cornerback, transfer boy, the Jackson kid is committed to goddamn Alabama. Damani Jackson. Yes, sir. Roll motherfucking tide. Now, one thing about that, and I'm finna get back to this situation right here, because I fumble. But one thing about that, I have fumbled the ball, but I caught this pass. Salute to Nick Saban Jr. for breaking that news for me. Appreciate you, Nick Saban Jr. Yeah, he was at the practice today. He said, I got to get a part of that. I got to roll with the tide. But anyway, man, back to his Nikki Haley situation. Excuse me about that. But the lady, with politicians, they don't want to alienate their fan base. They don't want to alienate their donors. And her background and where she come from, we know she got some rich donors that have ways of their living that's kind of, and I ain't gonna say ways of their living, ways of their thought process that are still 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, early 1900s. You see what I'm saying? Up into the 1970s type shit, that thought process. Right, let me say that again. Up into the 1970s, from the time of the United States existence up into the 1970s, a lot of her backers, a lot of her people still have that mind frame where things are not equal. We should not be, see what I'm saying, in certain type of ways. And she didn't want to alienate those people. And those people are the rich people that's backing her. So she tried, and see, let me break this down to you. If you know anything about, if you know anything about public speaking, and if you know anything about speaking to an audience the right way, it's not about just how you talk to people. Because I can get up there and speak ebonics all goddamn all day. I can get up that bitch and speak like I'm from fucking Mobile, Alabama, Thomasville, the neighborhood, to be exact, all goddamn day long. I can get up here and say all this bullshit. I can get up here and talk that bullshit, and nobody really understand me. But if my presence on the stage is commanding and demanding, I'ma still get your attention. I'ma still grab you. You still gonna, and I'm still locking eye contact with you. You're gonna still pay attention to me. Your focus is gonna still be on me. If someone asks you a question in a public setting where you're speaking, and your first demeanor is the big eyes, that means you're fucked up right there. For the viewing audience right now, for the people that's listening, they might hear this and whenever, if you go back to when that man asked that lady that question, her eyes bucked. Then when her eyes bucked, she turned her back to him and turned her back and walked away and kind of turned her back to the crowd to gather her thought process, because she was fucked up. So that's how you knew she was fucked up right there. She couldn't answer the question. It was fucked up. And then the first thing she said was, "Wow, tough question there." And the smirk that she gave after was, that's how you knew what was going through her mind. She couldn't really comprehend that this motherfucker just asked me that question about slavery. I mean, Civil War. Wow. Well, the audacity of you to ask me something like that, and we're on to some, you know what I'm saying? You didn't ask me about Trump. You didn't ask me about Joe Biden. You didn't ask me about Gavin Newsom. You didn't ask me about the guy from Florida. You didn't ask me about the Vivek, whatever the fucking last name his ass. You didn't ask me about none of these motherfuckers. You asked me about the Civil War. It fucked her up. And I salute that man that asked that lady that question, because it wasn't a typical question, and it fucked the whole game up for her. And she came out with that bullshit ass answer instead of just saying, "Hey man, well, you know, the Civil War was basically based upon slavery. People's rights and chooses of what they wanted in life and what they didn't want in life." And you could have left it to that, and it'd have been good. And that was the correct answer. But no, you didn't. And then what you doubled down on the shit when, after she gave that long bullshit ass, move the goalpost ass answer, my man said, "Well, damn, the whole time you just gave that answer, ma'am, you did not say slavery now one time. You did not acknowledge slavery now motherfucking time. And you hit that lady, you hit that man back with the big bug eyes. And what about it? That would threw the whole fucking game over. It is over with for you." And like, for me, man, I don't really give a fuck about what nobody's political affiliation with. I don't give a fuck if you're independent, you're Republican, or you're a Democrat. I have my own views. I have reasons on why I vote for why I vote, because of my household. I'm a military man. So if you know anything about the military, then you know military men and women would rather have one political party in office than the other political party in office, because it's going to benefit us more than anything. We're going to get everything that comes to the civilian sides for our families and things like that. Plus, we will get the things that we should have, because there's a lot of stuff that we get that we should get more than what we get because of the jobs that we did. It should be way more than what the fuck we get. We deserve way more than this. But hey, just depending on, like I said, just depending on what political party is in office, that depends on what we get as the military veterans, or you know what I'm saying, or active duty servicemen. So, oh, you come on back to Bama. It's better living for you. Get up out of the state of Texas. I love Texas. No matter, salute to Texas. But you ain't got to worry about a whole bunch of shit over here. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about it. You got space. You ain't got everybody in your damn breathing down you. You ain't got 50 million motherfuckers around you all the damn time. You can breathe fresh air around this motherfucker. You can see shit around this. You got L room in the state of Alabama. But yeah, man. But back to that lady, man. Like I said, man, she really, she had some momentum going. And you know what the really thing that fucked it up too? They like, oh, where the guy that asked her question had to be a Democrat. Who gives a fuck if he was a Democrat, Republican, or independent or indifferent? I don't give a fuck. He asked a good question. So what care? Who gives a fuck of what he was? The man asked a valid fucking question. And as the person that's supposed to be running for the president of the United States of America, if you couldn't give a valid fucking answer, then you don't need to run for the motherfucking president around this motherfucker. And if you can't speak out the real fucking history, then you don't. And if the United States, she ain't asked you about no shit that's going on in Ukraine, or China, or Iran, or Syria around this motherfucker. He asked you about some shit that's going on that happened. I don't give a fuck how many centuries ago. I mean, how many decades and all that shit ago. He asked you some shit that happened right here in your own home country, and you couldn't even give a valid, good response. Bullshit, man. You cap. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Van, I love talking about those. Like I say, man, I could talk about politics and sports all day long. I can talk about life all day long. One thing I really don't too much talk about, I learn about religion instead of talking about religion. And I can speak on religion as in from a learning aspect. I don't like to talk about people in a debate aspect because, you know, I'm always trying to learn, and I can't learn something if somebody's trying to debate me about how I live and what you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the religion side. So on that religion side, man, I try to get away from that talk because, like I say, I'm more of a learner and a listener than any. Excuse me. So excuse me. Ooh. You know what I'm saying, than anything else. But when it comes to sports, politics, life, I'm all in that shit, all the current events, whatever, war, all that shit. I can talk about the Gaza what's going on in Gaza. I don't give a fuck. I talk about that shit because I watch the news all day long. When I wake up in the morning, that shit is going on CNN, Fox, and ESPN, and Fox Sports News. That is what my TV is playing for the whole fucking morning. From what's time? During school hours, I wake up at 6. So from 6:15 all the way to goddamn on 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what it is. And I get on YouTube, you know, just the typical shit. See what I'm saying? I don't really watch too much of TV till late night anyway. But yeah, that's just me. But anyway, man, that's just I'm finna get ready to shut it down, man. I've been on for 2 hours and 21 minutes. Salute to myself. Wow. Whoa. Yeah, TD Jakes out here fumbling the ball to his ass. He caught the wrong pass. He caught the wrong. He caught the wrong pass. TD Jakes, that man need to just go ahead and just tell the world this is how you live. This is what you did live, and maybe you can be asked to forgive this. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get ready to shut it down, man. I just want to tell everybody this: every day above that dirt is a blessing, no matter what. Stop all that stress. Also, if you can't talk about yourself, don't talk about nobody else. You know what I'm talking about? Roll down tide. And as tonight, see it, believe me, we rock it, baby. Go Browns, dog pound. Playoff bound, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Alabama and the Browns is in the playoffs. Same fucking year. That's what I'm goddamn gonna talk about. Yes, sir. But anyway, man, to all my listening people, man, y'all have a blessed day tomorrow, man. Great weekend. Happy New Year. All that good shit. Until later. Roll down tide.